Are you a loud talker or a soft talker? You're Dominican, right?
Dominican and Puerto Rican.
So you should be loud as fuck.
I'm loud, yes.
Okay, that's
people
fine.
always tell me, like, why are you yelling? I'm like, I'm talking. This is me talking, guys. I get offended.
That's like the Latin thing. My mom talks loud.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Mom, stop yelling. And she's like, I'm not yelling. Like,
now I'm yelling.
All right, Mom.
Okay.
Por favor.
Right.
You comfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I like the shirt. Biggie's appreciated here.
See, I told you, I'm a Biggie fan. It's Biggie over Tupac. Sorry,
all
guys.
Day.
Sorry, guys.
Heart.
Hearts, right? Team Biggie.
Team Biggie in the house.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we ain't friend. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Get into that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get real.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast, your boy Jonah. You already know. Before I introduce my guest, please hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't be a hater. Shout out to Nicole's in the house.
Hey.
From New York, from Brooklyn.
Yes, from Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm a Cali girl, though.
Okay.
I've been here since I was 5.
I'm
a Cali girl.
You still hanging on to the Brooklyn thing.
I sure am.
Got some Timbs in the
Sure,
cut.
I do.
There you go.
I do. I was going to pull them out the other day, but then it was going to be 80 degrees.
Yeah, you go.
So I was like, I'm going to keep them in there for a little bit longer.
I'm waiting for that winter weather.
I'm not.
No?
I diagnosed myself with anemia. I don't have it, but I diagnosed myself.
So
I'm always cold.
The anemic community is going to be like, cancel her.
Cancel, right? Cancel. What are you going to cancel? There ain't no shit to cancel. Wait, can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's crazy. Okay, so you've been out here.
Yeah.
I was like, she don't have the accent. I don't hear
no.
The accent.
Apparently,
do you fake it if you're around New Yorkers?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't fake it. But apparently, like, sometimes when I get mad or I speak fast, it does come out. And
it's in the DNA.
Pretty much, yeah. And people who are from, like, the East Coast, they'll automatically know, like...
It's not.
Are you from New York? Are you from the East Coast? Everybody just thinks I'm a black girl in California. Everybody just thinks I'm a black girl.
I thought you were a black girl.
Yeah. But
we forget that, like, the East Coast is full of, like, Afro-Latinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people who have been in the East Coast, they automatically... They know, like, oh, you're Hispanic, like, you're Dominican, huh? And I'm like, yeah, thanks for noticing.
The first time when we started following each other, I was like, oh, cool, you know.
I think it was because Claudia's video.
Yeah.
I think that's how I started following. I was like, she was on a podcast. I was like, I want to see what they were talking about. And then I just started following you. Yeah.
And then I followed you back, and then you were like singing along to like a probably a reggaeton song.
Probably.
And I was like, what?
I thought she was black.
I thought she was a black girl.
No. Yeah, my little car karaoke on the way to work, on the way to something.
Yeah.
I'd be singing in the car.
You singing.
I just be singing.
Have you been back to New York?
No, I haven't been back since I think like 2016.
Oh, so it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It was when my daughter was first born. I went back to go see my dad and my family and stuff like that, but I just haven't been back. It's hard.
So your family's back in the East Coast?
Majority of my family, yes. It's my immediate family that lives here in California, but all my family is back east.
Oh, okay.
So it's just when we moved over here, it's me, my siblings, my mom, her husband, and then my grandma and grandpa and my aunt. It was just us. It's pretty much still just us over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just us. We came out here. My grandpa came out here for a job he used to have. It was called Auto Splice. I don't even know if it's still around.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's a MacGyver. It was machines and fixing stuff, and they came out here. Pretty much, they asked like, who wants to go move to California or whatever.
He's like,
and the whole entire plane, from what they tell me, the whole entire plane was just coworkers from that company, and they all moved out here.
Damn.
And we ended up in Poway.
Of all places.
Of all places. I mean, well, we left one hood. Why would we go to another hood, pretty much? Because the school system. My grandma...
She, like, researched it?
She researched it, and she wanted her daughter in a good school district, and Poway, or the San Diego Unified School District, was the best one. So that's how we ended up there.
Okay. Yeah. My girl used to live in Poway.
There's nothing there.
Nothing.
It is so boring. I don't even go out now, but I'm still
There's
bored.
nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
You have to go. I don't even know where you would go to do anything.
No, there's nothing. We have a movie theater, and then they just
like
demolished the
I mean, there's a lot of shopping out
alley.
there.
There's a lot of shopping, yeah, and like food places.
Yeah.
But as a teenager growing up, there was nothing to do.
Nothing
at all. We do house parties and
you'd have to go to like Mira Mesa to.
I didn't even go to Mira Mesa a lot either because I didn't really know anybody there. It was a lot of house parties. We'll go like to Escondido, sometimes Mira Mesa, or we'd stay local. We'd stay in Poway and
I never thought about there.
Go to somebody's house. There's shit to do out there.
I remember when I met her, she was living there, and when we were starting to like date more, she's like, "Oh, come spend the night," and I was like,
"You're like, okay, where do you live?"
Like, like, what are we gonna? We just like we hung out because there was nothing. Like,
there's nothing. No,
we're so far away from everything, we couldn't do nothing. But
you can go out to eat and
I was like,
movies, and that's about it.
When we decided to move in together, she didn't want to live in Chula Vista. She thought it was like far.
It kind of is far though.
A little bit, yeah. But when you live here, everything's close.
Yes.
Like downtown,
exactly.
Like stores, malls, things to do are close. Yeah. But for her, it was like kind of far. Yeah. And she was trying to find something close. And then when we moved down here, I was like, "You like it, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. I would want to move out of Poway, but San Diego kind of scares me. Yeah? San Diego kind of scares me. I go outside. I think it's all the cat calling and like the bums and like just the crazy people. Like
the bums that's heavy.
It's too much. Like for one, it's sad. I don't want to see bums in the corner of the street. And then my daughter sees them and she asked me. She's like, "Do they live outside?" I'm like, "Yeah, baby, they live outside." She's like, "Why?" I'm
that's like their thing.
Because they want to. Like when we go downtown.
Oh.
I think that was the first time she asked me. She was like, "Are people sleeping in tents on the side of the road?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's where they live." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Cause the rent is expensive." That's why.
How's your daughter?
She's just turned 7.
Oh, okay.
She's a Libra. Aren't you a Libra too?
Yeah.
When was your birthday?
The 11th.
The 11th. She's the 10th. Oh, I forgot for a second.
My favorite uncle's birthday.
Yeah, she's the 10th. She's a little Libra.
There you go. You blessed. What are you?
I'm blessed. I'm a Gemini.
Oh, so you get along.
Yeah, we get along. Yeah. I'm a good Gemini though. Geminis have don't do that. Geminis have a really bad rep. I'm a good Gemini.
I get along with Geminis naturally.
It's the June Geminis that are fucking crazy. My brother is a June Gemini.
You're a May?
And my what?
Is it May?
I'm May 20. I'm May 29th. It's from May.
Oh shit! My niece is May 28th.
Oh, my stepdad's May 28th and a cousin.
And my girl's best friend is May 28th.
Nice.
Damn.
It's the June ones that are crazy. My brother's psycho.
All of y'all.
No.
Safe to say.
I have my days. But I promise you, I always tell people, the people who are like all into the signs and stuff, they're like, "Oh, what's your sign?" And I say Gemini. They're like, ugh. I'm like, I promise by the end of the night, you're going to love me. Like, I'm not a typical Gemini. Like, yes, I'm a full-on Gemini. Yes, my attitude and stuff like that. But I'm nice. Like, I'm really nice. Unless...
You do have, like, a tough exterior look, though.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But that must be the New York.
That's not my fault, though.
The Dominican and Puerto Rican.
It has to be, because in high school, everyone always used to be like, "Oh, you were a bitch." I was a bitch in high school.
Oh, see?
I was young, dumb, whatever. I was a bitch. But then when people started to get to know me, they're like, "Oh, you're nice." One of my best friends... Her older brother used to tell her all the time, if she didn't do what he said, like clean the dishes or clean my room or something, I'm going to get Nikki to beat you up.
Damn.
I was
Nikki out here collecting bodies.
Never. I was like, "Are you serious?" And then I would see her all the time doing laundry.
I said Nikki, my bad, Nicole.
No, you're fine. Whatever
we just talked about
whatever comes out, it's fine. I would see her all the time doing laundry. We lived in the same apartments. And I would smile at her. I thought she was so pretty and I wanted to be her friend.
She was terrified of you.
She was fucking terrified of me. And I had no idea. And one time we ended up going to the bathroom at the same time. And we were washing our hands. And I was just like, "Hey, how are you? Whatever." And she's like, "Oh, I'm good." She's like, "We live in the same apartments, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I see you all the time. I'm Nikki, whatever." And then we started becoming friends. And then she ended up telling me, like, "Yeah, Ricardo, her brother, he used to tell me that you were going to beat my ass if I didn't do what he said." I was like, I would never.
You're pretty tall, too.
I'm 5'5".
To me, you're my height. I have the worst height perspective. I think everybody's my height until I take a picture next to them. And I'm like, "How tall are you?" 6 feet.
Yeah, no.
But I think everybody, I can't look at anybody and think, unless they're obviously taller than me, I think everybody's my height. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
I'm short. I would say I was like 5'7", and people are like, no, you're not. I'm like, that's what the doctor told me. Like, I just went to the doctor. And he lied to me. And then I went to the doctor again recently, and I was like, can you do my height? They didn't have to. And I was like, can you do my height? I was like, because I'm at war with people right now with how tall I am. And we did the height, and they're like, you're 5'5". I'm like, I swear, like 3 years ago, the doctor told me I was 5'7".
Maybe when you were pregnant or something.
No, I wasn't pregnant 3 years ago. Fuck no. No, I swear, I either grew and then shrunk, but I swear this doctor told me I was 5'7".
That's the Gemini in you. It's one of your personalities.
Right? I do.
Like, we're 5'7".
I'm 5'7".
And the other one's like, we're not.
In my mind, I'm 6 foot, okay? I'm 6 foot. My mouth is 6 foot.
You talk like you're 6 foot.
Not on purpose. It just happens.
You're saying that you don't like the cat calling? I don't think you would have survived the New York thing. They be out there.
I fucking hate it. No, I hate it.
What do you get the most?
What do you mean?
Like, you get cat called like in Poway or like at work or?
At work, yes. There's this one guy that I ended up telling the manager not to hire him. What? Because I have him on video fucking harassing me.
Before getting hired?
Before getting hired. Both times he came for the interview at the time. So my desk was like
That's
right
crazy.
Here. There was 2 tables right here where people would sit and wait for whatever. It was a black guy. That's what I attract. I've always attracted black men.
Well,
and I was being nice. He sat down, whatever, told him they'll be right with you. And I'm minding my business, doing my work. And he said he liked my hair. He's like, oh,
you do have nice hair, by the way.
Thank you. He's like, oh, I like your hair. Like, it's really curly, blah, blah, blah. Is it natural? I'm like, yeah, said thank you. Left it at that. Then he asked for my name. And I told him my name. And I was like, oh, what's your name? He told me his name. I was like, okay, nice to meet you. I was like, you're applying for the job, whatever. What position? What do you do? Just making small talk. I didn't think anything of it.
Can I say, hitting on somebody while at an interview, knowing you shouldn't, like that's I'm
fucking telling HR.
That's crazy.
I'm telling HR on you.
No, like you're broke, bro. Like you get a job for a reason.
Right. Like, I mean, I don't bother nobody's pockets. Like, hey, if you work at McDonald's, somebody at McDonald's hit on me the other day.
But he has a job.
Yes.
The kind of
interview. And very simple. Kept it professional. He went to do his interview. He left. He probably came back a week or 2 later to turn in some papers.
They were going to hire him.
They were going to hire him. He gave me the papers, took him to the boss, told him, the boss will call you, whatever. He started lurking around the desk. Like, he sat there.
Oh, just like killing time or something?
Killing time. But in my head, I'm like, I already told you they will call you. Walk out the door. Like, what are you still doing here? Walk out the door, bro.
He was building up the courage. Poor King.
He was. He sure was. And this man had all the confidence in the world. And so be it. Listen, anybody, I don't care. Have the confidence in the world. But at this point, it became harassment. So he had asked, again, how my day was, told him how my day was. At the time, I didn't have my nails done. And he was like, do you like getting your nails done? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, oh, you should let me take you out one day to get your nails done. I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, I have a job. I can pay for it myself. Like, it's not a problem. And he was like, so do you want to go out one day? I was like, no. I was like, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, the same line. What do you think I'm going to say? Oh, you can't have friends? I'm like,
classic.
I can't. I was like, I can. I was like, but you're going to take me to get my nails done? Like, I could do that. My man could do that. I don't have a boyfriend. And then he was just like, oh, let me take you out. I was like, no, I'm not interested. I said no so many times, and very nicely. I said no.
Because you're at work.
Not even if I was at work. Even if I was in public. Like, I'm the
same energy.
Like, these men will punch you. These men will kill you.
Hey.
If you don't give them their phone number, if you don't give them the time of day.
That's crazy.
No matter how nice you are, like, they get offended. And it's scary. It's honestly scary. Like, you gonna hit me.
You've had one, like, somebody get aggressive with you because, like, you turn them away? It's probably, like, the usual, like, you ugly anyways, bitch. It's
that
like,
part. First of all, I was ugly when you approached me. So this is your problem for having bad taste. Recently, I don't think so. Because, like I said, I will give my number out.
Real shit.
I will either give my number out or... That part. I give my number out or I take their number.
Okay.
But then when you take their number, call me. Or when you give them their number, they'll call you.
right away.
So you can't give a fake number.
Yeah.
Unless, like, I've never tried it on,
what are we doing, fellas? What the fuck are we doing?
What are you guys doing? Seriously, get it together. Or, like, the fake app. I've never tried it on the fake app.
She get a Google Voice number. Something.
Yeah. But, of course, I could just block them.
Yeah.
I just end up blocking them. But...
Block list
is heavy. And not even I honestly, sometimes I don't even block people. I won't answer.
Oh, okay.
I won't answer the text. I don't have my read receipts on. Oh. So I won't answer the text. I won't answer the phone calls. But I think the last time somebody said something crazy to me, I was in like middle school or high school. Me and my girlfriends went to, I think it was like Best Buy because Bow Wow was there. So we went to Best Buy to go buy his CD and go meet him. We ended up winning tickets to his concert that night. So we're like, okay, well, let's go to the mall, get something to wear, whatever. Ended up going to the mall. A group of guys were there. We're minding our own business. I think we were sitting down eating. And the group of guys come over. I didn't think any of them were attractive. They weren't my type, but I was nice. I said hello, let them know what we were doing. And one guy had asked for my number. And at the time, I was scared of boys. Like, I didn't know how to talk to them. Like, I'll say hi, tell you my name, but, like, give you my number for what? What do we talk about? What do we do? Like, I was very
Especially
naive.
at that age.
At that age, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, you could kiss a boy and get pregnant, literally is what I thought. Told him no, that I wasn't interested. I think I probably said I had a boyfriend. This motherfucker's gonna go ahead and say, well, you fat anyways.
Goddamn.
I was like, motherfucker, I was fat when you approached me. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you need to go. I was like, let my fat ass finish eating my food. I was like, but you need to go. Like, for what? Because I don't want to give you my number. They ended up leaving. They were young. We were teenagers. But
damn, they take rejection pretty bad.
Guys take rejection really bad. Like, so do women, but like
women?
I think
women get rejected? Stop. Now we don't come on here and tell lies.
I'm not telling lies. I feel like I've gotten rejected before, but I don't shoot my shot.
Okay.
I don't shoot my shot at all. Me shooting my shot is like liking a picture, or if you're in my DM,
you didn't get it? That's your fault.
That's your fault. Or like if you're in my DM, I'll respond to you. But I don't shoot my shot. I'm scared. I stay right here on the benches. You want to talk to me? Come find me. But I no. I'm nervous. Like, and for what? For me, it's kind of like, for what? Like, I don't have the energy for it. Like, I'm a flirt, and then it's like, oh shit, I flirted my way into like them asking me, like, hey, you want to hang out? Like, I can't. Damn. I have a baby. I never have a babysitter.
Oh, that's such a good one too.
That's literally my excuse. But it's true. It's really true. I really never have a babysitter. My little 14-year-old sister babysits for me.
But that's clutch though, to have like a kid and be like,
yeah, she has her own little life. She likes to go out here and there. She just wants to be in her room all day. She doesn't want to be bothered by a little girl. But I bribe her sometimes. Like, I'll get your nails done, or I'll buy you food or something, you know. Or I pick her up and take her wherever she needs to go. I don't say no to my little sister.
Oh, she got you wrapped around the finger.
Yeah, she does. I really don't say
no. It's like your second daughter.
My first daughter, pretty much.
Because
when she was born, I still lived at home. I didn't move out of my house until like 2018.
Okay.
Like 2018, 2019.
5 years? 6?
I was staying home. It was expensive for what? I paid bills at home, but it wasn't like, oh, the first of the month, I got to worry about rent. I got to worry about this. I got paid. I asked my stepdad, do you need help with anything this month? Or do we need laundry soap? Do we need toilet paper? Like, stuff like that. Like, Mom, do you need to do laundry? Okay, here's the quarters to do the laundry. I'll go buy the soap. But as far as paying bills, I didn't have to pay bills. It was... And now you do. You work, you have a car, you pay for your car, you have a child, you pay for your child and yourself. The parents are just doing what they're supposed to do, is shelter me. That's what they're supposed to do. I didn't ask to be here, so you go shelter my ass.
Until I'm good and
Until
ready.
I'm ready to go.
Is your mom Puerto Rican or Dominican?
My mom's Puerto Rican. Okay. Yeah, my dad's the Dominican one.
Do Puerto Ricans and Dominicans get along?
Supposedly they don't, but apparently some of them get along enough to make a child.
And then they're like,
then they're like, fuck you, because their relationship didn't last. They were never married. They were, I don't even know how long they were together, but they were together for a minute, and then I came into the picture, and then we ended up... I remember living in New York for like a very short time of my life, because like I said, we came over here when I was 5, so I lived over there up until I was 5, And then we came over here. So I remember bits and pieces of living in New York and being in my grandma's house. And my dad just recently, maybe like a year ago, moved out of my grandma's house. He finally sold the house. She passed away, I think, maybe what did your friend say? She graduated to heaven.
She graduated to heaven, yeah.
She graduated to heaven maybe like 2-3 years ago.
Shout out Becky.
Right? It was Becky?
Yeah.
And he was just like, there's no point. The house is big. I called the house. You watch Hey Arnold. You're a 90s baby?
Uh-huh.
Or 80s?
80s.
Yeah. You
know
the
made me feel
the Hey Arnold house. That's kind of how it was.
Oh,
it was kind of one of those houses. My grandma lived downstairs in the basement, and then it was
that's fucked up.
It was.
I mean, it's big. I know, but
no, it wasn't your typical basement. That's what we would call it over there. So,
but you hear basement, you're like, damn, we
exactly.
Just put grounds in the back?
It was the basement, but then there was an actual basement, the scary basement that people think of, and then it was. I think it was 3 stories. So there was the second floor.
It was like a brownstone. Like the tall, skinny building.
It wasn't a skinny building, but like I describe it as Hey Arnold. Yeah, it was a tall one. Yeah. If that's what they call it, then yeah. I think it was 3 stories, and there was like 2 houses. So
they must have got good money for that.
He got a pretty good chunk of change, because it's been in the
especially
family.
because Brooklyn's all gentrified now.
Oh my god, yeah, his neighborhood. My dad wouldn't even let me walk to the liquor store, like. Across
when you're a kid.
Even
as an adult
still too, just because the neighborhood that he lives in, like some blocks are good, but then like 2 blocks away is like it's all Bloods. No, he lives in the hood, but like his area is like okay,
and then gang infested.
2-3 blocks away it's all Crips or all Bloods, and literally the liquor store is probably from like here maybe to like your bedroom. It's on the same block, and he wouldn't let me go to the liquor store by myself just because he knows the area.
We went to New York once with some friends, and we got on the subway.
Subway's fucking ghetto. God. It's horrible. I like it, but it's horrible.
We were going and we were all like, is this our stop? Like, just get off. I think this is it. We got off. And I don't know where the fuck we were. But there was like crackheads leaning like in the middle of like
their pants down. Like,
and we were just walking. We're like, yo, we gotta get the fuck.
We gotta get back on the subway.
We clearly look like we're not from here. You know, like you can identify somebody who's not from New York.
Yeah.
And so
I see videos about that. You can tell when someone's not from New York. Facts. I'm like, dang.
So we tried like getting I think it was a taxi. I don't think this was a while ago, or a Lyft, whatever. And then he didn't want to pick us up. Like he didn't go to the street. He like stayed in the middle. And he was like, so we got in. He's like, yeah, I almost didn't pick you guys up. He's like, we don't like coming here. But he turns the corner and maybe like 2 blocks. Beautiful neighborhood. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is it? He's like, that's just how it is out here.
That's exactly how
it is. He's like, you'll go 2 blocks and it's beautiful. Next 2 blocks and it's like the fucking gutter.
Hood, the gutter. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That was like.
I like it though. Yeah, I like it because I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel uncomfortable over there. In Poway, I feel very uncomfortable. I'm a fly in milk.
You're very unique out there too, because like you're not black.
It's all white people.
Yeah,
no, but over there, I'm a black person to everybody over there. So I stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
And it's been like that my whole entire life. It's been like that forever, and I hate it. When I come to San Diego, it's a little different because there's more color and stuff like that. I don't feel as uncomfortable.
There's more of, your people.
Exactly. There's more of my people. Over there, I just lay my head over there. I don't, that's it. I don't go out. I go to the stores, grocery shop. That's about it. But I don't hang out
in Poway.
Like,
who hangs out?
Exactly. I go to my mom's house, or like, I have a few friends that still live there, but that's about it.
Did you go like out often?
Sometimes. I haven't gone out in a while. I don't even remember the last time I went out.
It's not your thing or what?
It is, but it's the babysitter. Having a babysitter, true. And it's expensive.
She's almost at the age where you could be like, just lock the door, baby. I'll be back.
Listen, me and my brother used to stay home. Me and my brother were walking home already from. She's in first grade. Me and my brother.
You should know a little bit more.
Me and my brother were already walking home in like 1st, 2nd grade.
Yeah, but times have changed.
That part. But at the time, we did literally only live like right across the street. In a way, like our house wasn't too far.
These days, I don't even think that'd be safe.
No, sometimes I see little kids in the morning.
Girl is like, I don't want to be like out of pocket. Is the dad black or Hispanic?
He's black.
So your daughter's black.
My daughter's black. Yeah, but she's a little güerita. I don't.
What?
You've never seen?
I think I have seen her too. I didn't think that was your daughter though.
She is.
I was like, who's this white baby she be watching?
Blue eyes. Güera.
What?
Yes. But I also think it's my Puerto Rican genes. Because all my family in Puerto Rico looks like that. They have blonde hair, blue or green eyes. My grandpa, my mom's mom, he is like your skin complexion, full Puerto Rican, but he has green eyes.
Oh.
My dad's dad is literally black like this Mike, full Dominican, but he has piercing blue eyes. And then my dad has like hazel green eyes.
My mom says you can't trust dark people with colored eyes.
Yeah, no, my grandma used to say you just can't trust dark people. That generation was a little racist. I'm like, how do you not like dark-skinned people? Like, your people are dark, but she was a little bit more lighter.
Oh,
so
was that colorism for sure?
Yeah, it was her error and stuff like that. She got mugged, I think, one time.
By a black person?
From a black guy. So ever since then, she just felt some type of way.
My dad did not like black people.
No.
My dad was dark.
Was he?
Like dark. He made me look like light skin. He was dark. But some black dudes where I grew up stole something from him, and ever since he was like, I don't like black. But he would like have me and my friends, most of them were black, like take us around, and he was like nice to their parents, but he like in general he was just like, I don't like black people.
Yeah.
And he's all, here's my son being best friends.
I mean, but you had a bad experience with them.
He didn't transfer it though.
Good.
He was just like, that was my experience.
Yeah.
But he was never like, oh, you shouldn't hang out with them or nothing.
Same. I never got that growing up. You hang out with whoever is nice to you. You don't judge anybody. Like, I'm friends with anybody. I could be friends with. I could probably be friends with the bum across the street if I really wanted to.
As long
as you just don't harass me, but I'll be your friend, okay?
Did her dad trip out? Like, wait a minute.
About what?
Whose white baby is that?
You in my business now.
I don't know what you thought you came for.
I know, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just put my business out there. So, unpopular opinion, I chose this single mom life.
Oh, he wanted it.
I chose
he wanted
He didn't want a child. He wanted me to get rid of the child.
Of said child.
And I told him
I was giving him a little credit at first. Never mind. I was like, oh, he wanted a family.
I mean, I've always wanted a family. Of course, everybody when they're younger, like, you want a 2-parent household, and of course,
nobody's goal is ever to be like, I can't wait to be a single
parent. Like, that was never in my intention.
Can't wait for that drama.
Oh God, but there's no drama. Honestly, I have no drama.
Because I'm pretty sure you were like, look, you ain't even gotta like
that part.
I got this.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did beg
for him to say,
not for him to stay, just for him to be involved.
Oh,
I didn't ask to be a family. I didn't ask to stay together. I didn't do any of those things. I just
want him to be present.
Just be present. Just be present. Like, I understand this is not what you want, but like, it's not that easy just to be like, yeah, let's go get an abortion. Like, can I say that word?
Yeah. That sounds like ruthless, huh? Like, let's go get aborted.
Yeah, like it's not that easy. Yeah. Like, mentally, it's not easy on your body.
I heard it's like really
easy.
rough on girls.
It is. Yeah. It's very rough, and it's a process, and it fucks with your mental. Certain people, because I had a friend that this bitch used to get abortions like nothing.
I knew a girl that would like her and her man would come over and celebrate it. She'd be like, we just got an abortion.
My friend was like that too. She'd get
chill.
pregnant right away, and then she'll be like, oh, I feel like I'm pregnant. And I'm like, okay, where are you going to keep? Like, the first time she told me, I was like, are you going to keep it? And she's like, no, I think I'm going to have an abortion. I'm like, okay, is that what you want to do? She's like, yeah, girl, this is like my 6th abortion. I'm like, what? Bitch, that's so bad on your body. Eventually, she did end up having a child. The child was beautiful. I don't speak to her anymore, but she ended up...
Because she kept it?
No, we fell out. We fell out. That's another story.
Like, nah, you're not consistent. I'm done.
You're not consistent, exactly. So I just pretty much begged and just be involved and whatnot. I was like, but you're choosing not to, and that's okay. But I'm gonna go through with it, and it is what it is.
Did he make you sign anything? Like, you better not ask for no child support.
No, but I did have his ass on child support. But
that's foul.
No, it's not. I told him.
No, we gotta talk about that. That's foul.
I told him I was gonna put him on child support, but he's not on child support anymore. He was on child support for like a year or two.
Still,
within that year or two, like, she didn't even get anything really. Like, she probably got $200 a month.
Nicole, but he told you from the jump. He's like, I do not. And you were like, it's cool. I'ma still do it. He's like, I do not And you still put him on child support.
I put him on child support like 2 years later. So listen. Okay.
So he thought he was straight. He's like, oh man, I don't got to worry about that.
So I told him, you don't want to be involved. That's fine. You don't have to be involved. I will do this by myself. But 2 years roll around. 2 years roll around. He reached out to me on Instagram and it was around her birthday. And he was like, are you doing something for her birthday? I'm like, yeah, we're going to do a birthday party. He asked to come. And I said, you're more than welcome to come. But are you coming to stay or like you're just coming just
out of curiosity?
Like, what is it? What are your intentions?
Don't play with my daughter's feelings like that.
Don't play with my fucking feelings.
It's not about you, Nicole.
No, but in that time, yes, it was about me because I have to protect my daughter. Like, I'm not about to sit here and show you this man that you have no idea who he is and then he's going to disappear. Yeah. Like, you might as well just stay gone. So I told him, I was like, if you ever want to come find us, my number has been the same since freshman year. I still lived at home at the time. You know where my mama lives. You have my Instagram. If you want to find me, you can find me. I'm not that hard to find. You know where I'm at. Ended up finding me 2 years later. I told him, you're more than welcome to come see your daughter. If you want to be involved, you're more than welcome. But I'm going to tell you right now, you step foot inside this door, there's no going back. I'm like, you can't. You're a dad now. I'm not asking you to be the perfect dad. I'm just asking you to be a dad. Yeah. And things were good for like maybe 2 years. And then a bitch came into the picture and it ruined. Everything got ruined. Everything got ruined.
Do you blame her?
No, not at all. Not
okay,
at all.
You called her a bitch, so.
I would call my sister a bitch if I was describing her. Things just went downhill. Like, everything.
But we can probably assume that she had a little bit to do with it.
I do think she had a little bit to do with it.
She's like, I don't want to be stepmama, and he was probably
She already had a daughter. She had a 9-year-old.
Yeah, but she don't want to be a stepmom.
Well, then why get with a man that has kids?
Well, you know.
Exactly. So my point is, everything, I always say I'm the best baby mama. Like, you want to see them Monday and Tuesday from 5 to 9? Perfect. Where do you want to meet up? That works for me. Like, everything was on his terms. Where the meetup spot, the time to drop off, the days he wanted to see her.
So he was like taking her in.
Yes, but it all had to be on his terms. Every time I said like, oh, well, can you take her this day or that day? Oh, well, it doesn't work because I work or I do this or I do that. Okay, so what works for you? What days do you want to see your daughter? He said this day, that day. Okay. I used to do the pickups and drop-offs. I never even had him come pick her up. I used to take her to his front door. With a bag of food, bag of clothes, ready to be with her dad. And then
that sucks for her.
One day to the next,
like came and teased it and then took it away.
Yes, and that's another thing. So things were good for a while. He had shit going on in his life. I don't know, I didn't ask, but he couldn't balance both of it, being a dad and trying to get his shit together. But I'm over here trying to get my shit together and being a mom. Like, if we can do it, like, why can't you guys do it? And I wasn't asking for a lot. No, pew pew, shots fired. I wasn't asking for a lot. Like, just, you want to see her 2 days a week? Cool. Like, you want have her 1 day a week? Cool. But
that's why I think the girl had something to do with it.
I think
she's
so.
Like,
too.
yo, you gonna be stepdaddy?
No, so
or be part-time.
Me and him were really good friends before I got pregnant. So when me and him would actually have grown-up conversations and we would sit and talk, he would tell me sometimes, every time he said like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up Imani, or Imani's gonna stay with us for the weekend, she'd start a fight with him.
Of course.
She would start a fight with him. There was a few times where he said, to a point, I stopped telling her that her dad was coming, because a few times he would say he was coming, they would get into an argument and he wouldn't show up. Why
y'all like that?
My kids' bags, I'm not like that.
But women.
Because they're bitter. They're bitter and jealous.
You already got the man.
You already have him.
You have your own child.
You already have him. Like, I don't want him. He don't want me. What is there to be jealous? I mean, I could understand.
Do you know what she looked like?
She was a cute-ass little, I think she was some type of Asian. She wasn't Asian or Filipino. She was some type. She was really pretty. She was very pretty, very petite, long black hair. Like, she was pretty.
That's why she's like, oh, you like your baby mom because she got those cakes.
I mean, honestly, Asians are his type, but he had always said, he was like, Hispanic women are at the top of the list, but he has other preferences. And it had to be insecurity. It had 100% had to be insecurity, because I wasn't texting him anything that didn't have to do with our child. I wasn't asking him questions. Only thing I would ask him, when are you coming to get her? Do you have food for the house? Do I need to pack you food? Do you have clothes for her? It was very co-parenting conversations.
That's crazy, huh? Like you either, it's like a hit or miss.
It's a hit or miss.
Like either the guy's gonna be like a fucking drama dude, or the woman's gonna be a complete drama dude. Hit or miss.
It's stupid. So honestly, at this point, he's just been MIA and
living his life.
Hopefully getting it together, but I don't speak to him. He doesn't call. He doesn't text. Excuse me. He did try calling her for her birthday.
It's a little unfair for her.
But, and say I'm wrong, but if you were in my position, I feel like people would do the same. I didn't answer, and I didn't text him back, because
you're within your right.
I'm within my right. For one, I feel like you shouldn't just call her just because it's her birthday or it's a holiday. Like,
are you gonna tell her, like, when she gets older, like, look, when you're 18,
I tell her
you can
now
do your own thing
in a way. Like, she'll ask, like, oh, can I call my dad? And I'll call her dad, and he won't answer, and he didn't answer. I'll tell her, like, if he wanted to talk to you, he would call you. He knows my phone number. I know it's a little, like, blunt, but there was mean. No, it's not mean. There was this one Father's Day. She came home, had something made for her dad, a card, and I still have it put away. So when she does ever get to see him, you get to give that to him, because she makes things for Father's Day and stuff like that. And the last Father's Day stuff that she made, though, she did give it to my brother, because that is like the most important man figure in her life is my older brother. So she gave it to him. She had crossed out dad and put uncle on it. But there was this one Father's Day that, and he still lived in California. He doesn't live in California now, but she made him like a handprint, and they shrunk it into like a keychain. It said Father's Day on it. She made him a card. He didn't answer the phone. He didn't answer any of the FaceTimes. He didn't answer any of the text messages. So later on at night, we're going to sleep, and I'm like, okay, good night, go to sleep. And I had noticed she looked sad. So I was like, what's the matter? What's on your mind? My 5-year-old told me that this was the worst Father's Day ever. Oh. That I literally cried myself to sleep. I literally cried. It was rough. So not from that point on, but in my mind, I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. Like, yes, I'm sure it hurts her heart but I'm nice about it. Like, I tell her, like, your dad has my phone number. If he wants to call.
That's not nice.
Yes, it is. If he wants to call, he'll call.
If he wanted to, he would.
If he wanted to, he would.
Sending her memes. Like, check this meme out.
No, literally. If he wanted to call his daughter. My daughter broke her arm maybe like 2 years ago. I told him about it. He left me on red. Never asked how she was doing. Damn. Nothing.
It's just crazy because, like, I can't believe there's people, and I'm not gonna say just men, but like men and women. It's not just men. It's not just men. There's bullshit baby mamas. There's bullshit moms too. They don't give a fuck about their kids.
They just don't care.
Your fucking offspring.
Right.
You held that person.
Yeah.
That's part of you, and you don't care.
Of course, obviously, he throws it in my face like, well, I told you this was gonna happen. And I'm like, okay, you did tell me this was gonna happen, but you also, when she was 2 years old, you did tell me you were gonna stick around. So you said one thing,
changed your mind,
did the other thing, and then like now you're going back on your word. So it's like pick a side. Do you want to be involved or do you not? Because if you didn't want to be involved, you should have just stayed away. Because now my daughter knows who you are, and she has something to miss. Before, she didn't have anything to miss. She didn't know what a dad was because there was no man around. It was my brother. And then at the time, I did have a boyfriend.
I'm saying that's fucked up. He like gave her a little taste and was like,
gave her a taste.
You thought,
yeah. So that's what pisses me off. So I was like, I'm not answering your phone. I'm not answering the phone call for you. For what?
Does that make it harder for you to like? I asked the girl on the last one that too because she's single mom. So I was like, is it hard now that you like? Let's say you want to date, you'd be like, fuck, man. Like I can't bring a parade of. Not that you're like out there like that, but like, oh look, this is my friend. He didn't work out. Oh, this is my new friend.
Yeah, no, she's met maybe like 2 guys, and one of them was like my like actual boyfriend. Like she would see us hold hands or kiss like that, and then the other person was more so of like after a while of dating, like I brought him around, but I would say this was my friend. And then we wouldn't hold hands, we wouldn't kiss, like none of that. I would just say like this was mommy's friend, and we hang out because I have guy friends that I hang out with. So just because me and this person are dating, like I don't have to tell my daughter that. Like this is just another friend. Just if it was a female, I introduce her to it. But no, I don't even bring men to my family. The last guy I brought was from, what year are we in? 2023 was from like 3 years ago. But I've known him. We broke up in 2020. But before that, we had met in like not high school. We met maybe like 2 years after high school, and he was like one of the people that I would bring around. But it took me forever to bring him around. My family's crazy. Yeah, my family's crazy. And they're low key embarrassing, so it took me a while to. Bring him around. Yes, the Hispanics, and then they wanted to. Him and my mom used to freaking team up on me with my attitude, and
nobody likes Geminis, really.
They don't, but it's okay. Y'all love us. Y'all love us behind closed doors. Y'all won't admit it, but behind closed doors,
dudes who like BBWs, like behind.
That part.
Like, not in public.
Everybody loves a fat girl. I don't care. Everybody loves a fat girl.
That's hilarious.
Because there was a lot of boys in high school that
would be like try hitting on you, but never in public.
Yes. Or like if we were by ourselves, like they were a lot more nicer. And then years later, Facebook days, I always had a crush on you. No, you didn't.
You didn't tell me at recess.
You didn't tell me. You were embarrassed because I was a fat bitch back in high school. That's what it is. Now that I glowed up a little bit, now you like me? I never liked you anyway, so it's okay. You have no chance.
I had a homie of mine, shout out to Tron. He's like, well, you don't like big girls, Jonah? And I was like, it's not that they don't like me. Like, big girls don't like big dudes. That's at least in my experience. Like, bigger girls don't like bigger dudes. It's
hit or miss,
like,
though.
You know, like they it's like opposites, right? Mm-hmm. Like the skinny dudes, like the bigger girls, and the bigger girls like the skinny. I'm
always bigger than the men that I date. Swear, I love me a fat boy. I remember the first
behind closed doors. You're a liar.
No, oh my god, I will scream it at the top of a mountain. I remember the first time my ex was a little bigger boy. I remember the first time I had mentioned that I liked somebody, and they were a fat boy. They're like, "You like fat guys?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm fat."
Shaming you?
I'm like,
see
"What?"
I mean?
I'm
see
like, "Yes." I was like, "I love them. They're so cute." Like, what do you mean? But of course, it was because I was bigger. I was like, I don't want no skinny man. Like, I feel weird next to them because I'm so much bigger than them. But my friend, one of my friends, she makes fun of me and another friend of ours because we both like big boys. I'm like, that's
you know what?
A type I like. I was like, but I like the skinny
this winter,
ones. That's what I told her. Girl, I was like, when you freezing in that bed,
don't come.
I was
calling.
like, I have anemia. I was like, I need a fat boy, okay? I was like, don't make fun of me.
To keep me warm and feed me tacos.
To keep me warm.
That's hilarious. It is crazy though how that people like. That's why I always say like.
There's someone for everyone.
Yeah,
there's
but
someone for everyone.
I always feel like a lot of dudes date girls who they think their homies would approve of.
Yes.
Instead of just like
dating somebody that they like.
just genuinely like. Yep. Instead of just being like, nah, I like her, you know, like
exactly.
I'm afraid what my friends are gonna think. For instance, I had me and my homie were here with his friend, and she was like grilling him like, why do you like this girl? Why do you like this girl? And he was just kind of like, you know, and at first I was like, maybe he just likes her. Like maybe there's just something about her. Like just because you don't think
vibes, just like because you don't think she's pretty or up to your standards. He may just
like something about her, and he was like, oh man, thank you for like doing that, bro. He's like, she was bugging.
I'm a personality person.
As should everybody.
I always tell people I like medium ugly men. So all the men that I've ever liked, you're medium ugly. I can't date someone cuter than me.
No,
I can't. No,
like a pretty boy.
No, I can't date a pretty boy. And
like the insecurities will kick in or what?
Low key.
Yeah.
Like low key. Like why
are you dressing like that?
Why you take longer to get ready besides me? Or why are you more worried about your hair? But then also the pretty boys too. They like a certain image too, and I don't fit that image. I don't fit that image for them.
You ever see like a good looking couple where they're both good looking? You're like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they're both good looking.
Yeah.
Y'all y'all doing the right thing.
I
And
would
then you
say,
see like a really good person.
I want people to look at me and be like, why is she with him? He got money. Either he got money or he got a big dick. Because I'm the cute one in the relationship.
Period.
I'm the cute one here.
That's like every guy's thing is for another guy to be like, that's you?
That's you?
Like, that's you?
Right.
Instead of like, I mean, as long as he's happy.
As long as you're happy.
Yeah. You don't want to hear that.
No.
I think more women probably hear that than men though.
Yes.
Like, girl, as long as you happy.
Yes, but I feel like that's also like, it's just not, me and my friends, we do not have the same type. The same type.
That's good.
We obviously we like black men, but they're all different. They are all different. None of them are the same. I've never.
Some hood, some
dorky, some corporate, like of all sorts of kinds. But I've never looked at one of my friends' boyfriends or men that they're interested in, and it's like, ooh, like I'll tell her like, okay, bitch, he cute, like, okay, get it, but like never on some sneaky shit, like trying to steal your man. Like,
that's crazy how there's girls like that though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think I've ever had that problem because the friends that I actually do have aren't like that, and even
maybe not friends but acquaintances.
See, I don't have a lot of those. Like if I have acquaintances, yes, but you're probably somebody that I would never bring somebody that I deal with around because I don't know you like that. So the women that I do hang around with, I know they wouldn't do no shady stuff. Like the girl that like magically starts following your man after you introduce him, you're like, what's that for? That part, like unless one of my friends actually still follows my baby daddy, but what's that? I told her, I was like, you could unfollow him. Like, I'm not trying to be nosy. Is he aesthetically pleasing or something? No, not at all. Like, he's handsome. He's handsome. Don't get me wrong. No, he's very handsome. But does he have a cool Instagram? No. So not that I know of, because I'm blocked. I'm blocked, so I don't know. But she doesn't. Like the other day, she did tell me something like, did you see the ugly ass picture of your baby daddy? She can't stand him. But follows him. She can't stand him. For the tea. Yes. And I told her, I was like, don't tell me anything. Like, I don't want to know what's going on because I'm going to feel some type of way. Like, you know, but she had told me one time because she deletes her Instagram on and off. And then finally she brought it back and I guess his picture popped up on her timeline. And she told me, she was like, did you see the stupid picture your baby daddy posted? I was like, no, bitch, I'm blocked. I was like, I can't see shit. Screenshot that. I was like, screenshot it and send it to me. Yes, she screenshot it and send it to me. I was like, he look aight. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I changed the subject. Like, I don't care to see what you're doing. Like, I hope you're doing good. Like, I don't wish bad on you, but I don't care. If this was like 5 years ago, maybe I'd be like, bitch, what he post? Hey, would you feel some type of way if he had like a baby? And like just became like dad of the year. So if he became dad of the year, yes, I would feel some type of way. Mm-hmm. But he does have another daughter. Imani has a little sister, a little Blasian. A little Blasian? Is he still with that girl then? No, they're not together anymore. But me and the baby mama are like this. Oh, y'all cool? Oh, we're cool as fuck. Oh, y'all both there talk shit about him. We had our problems in the beginning, but then I think it was during. You should have brought her. Why did you? Right, I know. Drama. I think during 2019 or like maybe COVID, I had reached out to her and I had told her that like, hey, you know, my daughter's asking for her. Hey, how you doing? My daughter's asking for her sister because when she would go with her dad, he would pick her up sometimes. So my knew that she had a little sister. That's cool though. Yeah, I think it's amazing. I had no problem with that. I told him too. I was like, the only way she's gonna know her sister is if you do it, because right now she don't fuck with me. Yeah. I don't care at this moment, but I know just knowing her, I was like, she's not gonna reach out to me probably. Like she could care less. And I reached out to her and she was like, yeah, she's been asking for her sister too, and we're just pretty much, well, since baby daddy's literally nowhere to be found, like. I guess we have to do it because I was counting on him to have them around. It's not my fault. What'd I do? You counted on him. You right. You right. Don't attack me, Jonah. Don't attack me. If he's showing you one thing, is that he's not gonna be there, and you're over here like. Well, this was before he was fucking up. Oh, okay. This was before. That's what I'm saying. This is my problem. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I give them how you say that must be a Gemini thing. The face value, like their potential. Like I don't make people earn my trust. Like I trust you. Just give it to them. To an extent. To an extent. I trust you, and if you want to do me dirty.
Sound like a school teacher. I'm gonna give you an A.
I'm gonna give you an A, but it's
your
up
job
to you
to keep it.
Yes. No, pretty much. Like, that's too much work. That's too much work. Like, I think it's just in me. Like, hey, let's just all be friends. This is Barney's fault because he fucking told me everybody loves me, but I just give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
And then they fuck it up.
And then if you fuck it up, then I'm like, oh, okay. So now I know. Oh, I can't trust you, or I can't tell you stuff, and people who I don't fuck with anymore, it's 90% them that fuck it up because I give people
that's me
too many chances.
It must be an air sign thing because that's me.
I give people too
many
chances.
My girl gets mad. She's like, stop giving. She's like, they do you wrong. You just like, because I'm very like passive, like, whatever. Like
me too.
I could squash it.
I'm kind of a pushover. Yeah. It's for certain people. They
just be like, whatever. I don't care. Like I won't invest anger or emotion. Like if somebody pisses me off, they're not gonna hear from me. Mm-hmm. Like silence does more than words can ever. Exactly. For me. Yep. Where she's like, no, I need to pop off, and I'm like,
that's how my brother. That's how my brother is.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna hear what the fuck I have to say, but for what?
Yeah. Like, it's like I'm not gonna give them that satisfaction.
For what? I'm gonna read them to filth, and my brother will read you to filth. He be reading me to filth. He fucking read me to filth on Friday. First of all, I need like an hour to defrost when I wake up. Don't speak to me.
An hour? You're not a morning person?
No. Don't speak to me unless we're going on vacation, unless we're going to drink or something. I'm not a morning person. To get up, to go to work, to go slave? Fuck no. Like, what the fuck? Who wants to do this? Not me.
I was just talking to my girl about this morning. She's like, babe, I'm not a morning person. I was like,
no, I'm not a morning person when it comes to going to work. I could get up. Like I said, I can get up if it's to do something fun, but like to go
start your day, you're like, for what?
For what? Like to go to work and
you go to work or you work?
No, I go to work.
Oh, you have to.
I have to go to work. Yes,
that's even tougher.
Yes.
You gotta get up, do something with your face.
That part. Well, I don't even wear makeup, so as long as my hair is done, I'm Gucci.
And the hair, curly hair, don't be green all the time.
Not all the time.
Sometimes your hair is like, nah, fuck you, fam.
Yeah, then that's when it's up. And that's when it's up in a bun.
And you're in a bad mood.
When it's not cooperating. It's when I have my hair in a bun with my little slut. That's what people call it. The little slut strings.
Strings?
My little curls. That's what people call them.
I've never heard that before.
I never heard it either, but I used to have.
Somebody's just trying to call you a slut and
that
not be
part.
mean.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I used to have red in the front of my hair. And when I had asked my sister to do it, she's like, oh, you want your slut strips or something? And I'm like, is that what you guys call them? And she was like, yeah, I guess like the slang way or whatever.
I never heard that.
I never heard it before up until maybe
those things
like 2
when they
years ago.
fall right in front of the glasses?
Yeah, just like the cute little curls or anything. Yeah. They're called slut strings. That's what the bitches call them. That's what I call them.
Now every time I see them, I be like, slut.
Yeah.
I think everybody's a slut, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like, but, I mean.
It's okay to be a slut, though.
It is okay. It is. I like hoes. Hoes. But.
Aren't your friends that are hoes the most fun?
Yes.
Thank
like
you.
I have friends who are like hoes. Like that's their profession.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like
I'm
escorts?
Friends. Yeah. Escorts, like I have friends who do that. I have scammer friends. I have friends who are sponsored by men. Like I have all types of friends. And I'm a little corporate baddie. Like I'm friends with everybody. I have friends who have BBLs. I have friends who have their titties done, implants, lip injections, and
everything.
I'm just little old me right here.
Regular
friends
shredder.
That blast their face with makeup, and I get along with them. Like they're nice to me. They're good people. They're good women. They're good moms. They're nice to me. So I'm like, you're my type of people. I'm gonna be your friend. As long as you're nice to me. As long as you're nice, yeah. I'll be your friend. Like I don't care if you work at fucking McDonald's. I don't care. You have a job, right?
That's very like dope of you though.
You pay some bills. You pay bills. I don't care if you still live at home with your mama. Are you helping your mama pay rent or something? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't judge anybody because.
And you're single. Y'all fucking around too much, fellas. What we doing? It's because she got a kid. They all got kids.
No, listen.
Hey, listen.
Men love baby mamas.
Oh, yeah, they got snacks on deck.
Men love women with children. I honestly don't like men with kids.
Fruit snacks on deck. Juice in the fridge.
I don't really have fruit snacks. My kid doesn't like. I got juice. My kid doesn't like the fruit snacks.
No?
No, she's
like
more
some type of snacks.
She's more of like the chip variety.
Even better.
Bag child. She's more of that, and surprisingly, like, hummus and like pita chips. Like my kid,
all grown up.
let me tell
So
you.
can you get some brie?
No, seriously, my kid will literally, she'll tell me that she made she tries to say the word charcuterie, but she'll say she made a cheese plate. Like she'll go in the kitchen, grab some cheese, grab some grapes. Yeah, she'll make her own little stuff and be like, I made a cheese plate, Mom, and she'll get her little Capri Sun and chill. I'm like, okay, girl.
She acting like her skin color.
She bougie. My daughter's low key bougie. Sometimes I have to look at her and be like, really? Like you're a little bougie. You get this? You definitely don't get this.
The crazy is that you said that she got light skin, light eyes.
She's güerita and blue eyes.
Fuck.
Bright blue eyes and long, like
trouble.
dirty. She gives me trouble now.
No, like later on.
I hit her in the head today with the pizza box. It was empty.
CPS.
But she was messing with some slime, and I told her, put it away. You're about to eat. Then she wants to go in the bathroom and wet it, so it got everywhere. She was asking for my help. I'm like, nope. Because I told you 3 times. That's exactly what I told her. I was like, I asked you 3 times nicely to put that shit away. And then you went to the bathroom to make it worse. Figure it out, Imani. And I walked away. And then she's by the trash can, like trying to get it off. And I'm like, you shouldn't have did that. And she like, she said something and she like raised her voice. Ooh. And I was like, lower your voice when you talk to me. I was like, because this is your fault. You did this. This is your problem. This is the cause and effect of you not listening to what your mother told you.
It's a life lesson right there.
Yeah, it's a life lesson. And she stood by that trash can for like 10 minutes trying to take that shit off her hands. And I didn't help her. And then I'm like, and now that you're done, clean up the mess on the floor. Go get some tissue. Go get some tissue in the kitchen and clean up the mess. I didn't clean it for her.
That reminds me of, I saw this video of this guy. He says that black women are not raised to like cater. They're like meant to be like Miss Independent. Like,
yes,
fuck
and then
that
Hispanic
dude.
women are meant to cater.
Yeah, like raised how to clean, cook, wash, and all that. So it's like,
yep, that's honestly that's exactly how I was raised.
My niece is 3, and I'll be like, Ava, pick that up, and she'll grab like a broom, and she'll like, and I was like, look at it. Up. She'll grab like a vacuum, and she's like, I got it, and she'll start doing it. I'm like, oh shit, look at that. That's the Hispanic blood right there.
No, seriously. I make her sometimes wash her cup or clean her bowl. Like, if you had some grapes in a bowl, it's not dirty. Rinse it out and put it in the dishwasher. Like, if you had a cup of water, rinse it out and put it away. Like, don't put it in the sink.
Is that how your mom was with you?
Sometimes, yes. But I had an older sister, so she would have to do everything. So I didn't start doing dishes.
Are you like the middle child? Or is there 4?
So it's my older sister, my brother, then me, and then I have a little sister.
Oh, okay.
My mom had another baby. We're 14 years apart. 16 years apart. Yeah. Yeah. She was a little surprised though. She came, I think, like my senior year.
Damn.
So yeah.
Did y'all look at mom's like, what we doing, Mom?
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
She must have been like, I was done.
She was
already
but
out.
The thing is that her and her husband have been together since I was like 2. And so he's from New York too. He's from Jersey. He's Colombian. He's from Jersey, but I think they met in Jersey because we lived in Jersey too at one point. Some of the memories that I remember, we lived in Jersey. I don't know how they met, but they met there. The club. And probably, honestly, block party. Probably somewhere. They always say River Street. It's a street that we lived on, and I've heard it my whole life. That's probably where they met, on River Street. I've lost my train of thought.
The Gemini.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh no, so they've been
your
together
mom,
since I was 2. Obviously, have always tried to have a kid. Never happened. Like my mom never got pregnant and miscarried or anything like that. Like she just didn't get pregnant. And then I think it was the New Year's, she had told us, TMI, but she had told us that they got really fucking drunk. We were already grown, so I think we were out doing our own thing, and they got home and did the deed, and my mom got pregnant. And I don't know if you've ever heard this, TMI though, but when women live in the house together, their periods sync up. Yeah. So me and my mom's periods, we used to sync up. So one week she'd get hers. So you would know. I would know. Okay, my mom's on her period. I'm getting my shit in a week. I'm on mine, blah, blah, blah. I ended up getting my period twice in a month. Like, it was like back to back. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? But I didn't think anything
got hers.
I didn't think, pretty much, I got her period. I didn't think anything of it because the woman's body is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I have my period again, whatever. But then my mom was like, I haven't got my period. And I was like, really? I was like, well, you should get yours in like a week because I'm on it now. That week came and went. She still didn't get it. And then she made a joke. We all made a joke about, oh, you're pregnant. I say that joke to even my guy friends. My guy friends would be like, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, you're pregnant. So my mom said that. I was like, oh, you're pregnant. And she was like, I think I am. I was like, you fucking better not be. Like, everyone's like, you shouldn't be. Like, you're 45 years old right now. Like, you should not be pregnant. She took a test and that shit came out positive.
Look at that.
She was knocked up. She was knocked up. I was like, what the fuck?
What a blessing.
No, I was ready to be spoiled. My brother was already moved out of the house. My sister had been moved out.
Oh, you thought it was just going to be you and your baby.
Yes. I was so ready to be spoiled, have the house to myself, like no cares in the world. And then here comes this little white girl. And the same thing, my little sister looks just like my daughter.
Up. That's crazy.
She looks just like my daughter, but my little sister has blue eyes or green eyes.
So, you know, it's a defect, right? You know that blue eyes or colored eyes in general means there is incest somewhere down the family line?
You're lying.
I swear to you.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
I've never heard that.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know if it's blue eyes or green eyes or both, but it means that somewhere down the bloodline there was incest. Which makes sense because Puerto Ricans and Dominicans love sleeping with their cousins.
Ooh.
You've never heard that either?
That's white people shit.
No, that's... Ask about it.
I've in the Hispanic or colored community, I've never heard that.
It's like knowing that on the island.
Okay, maybe on the island. Okay, maybe
but
on the island.
It transfers here.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
before.
the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans have. There's like situations where the families, you know, mix amongst each other.
I have heard that after. Like your second.
I'm not even surprised that it happens anywhere. Actually, like I had a cousin once who was in love with my cousin. It was like cousins that were in love with each other, and both my aunts were like, "Well, if that's who you love, it didn't go anywhere." But like, it was like permission was granted, so I'm not surprised.
That's crazy. Yeah. Someone in my family the other day was talking about because I was asking like, I forgot what the hell I was asking, but I was asking something. And then my uncle had mentioned you're technically not related when it's like your second or third cousin. So y'all could date. Stop. I was like, I don't care if you my 10th cousin. I am not dating you. If you're my family by a marriage, an uncle, a cousin, you're my family.
That's weird.
You're fucking off limits, bro.
You see what I'm saying? He's already setting up
I don't care how fine you are. You're off limits.
Already setting the justification of like, technically.
But I honestly probably would never date a Dominican man, or I probably would have never date a Dominican man or a Puerto Rican man.
Cheat, huh?
All men cheat.
Hey.
All men cheat given the right opportunity. There are some good guys. But you guys get lost in the sauce with all the bad men. Other shit. So do the good women too. Someone honestly
but
told me.
Like, you know how like it's more common for women to say all men cheat? Men don't go around like all women cheat. That's not a thing we do.
A lot of men do. They say women are hoes. That's not cheating. But what do hoes do? Just fuck around.
Yeah, but maybe when they're single.
I mean, I have a lot of guy friends, and they say
the women cheat too.
That women cheat.
I mean, I know
women
they do.
cheat, that they're better at it because they're more sneaky. I can't lie. There's one guy that I was dating. I was dating this one guy like last summer, and I had went to this guy's house.
A different
guy's house. Not to do.
Maybe your friends are right.
not to do anything. It was literally simply he had been asking me
to watch Netflix.
To smoke. He's been asking me to pull up to smoke. I already know he wanted the cakes, but that wasn't my intention in going. My intention was, okay, you are getting annoying now, asking me to hang out so much. So let me just go to your house, let's smoke, let's catch up, and I'm a dip. And that's exactly what I did. I went to his house, we smoked, and I dipped. While I was there, he was calling me.
The guy I was dating.
Yeah. He was calling me. Of course, I didn't answer, and I had just texted him, telling him that I was busy doing something. and that
you lied.
I lied. Let me finish. Ended up finishing smoking, and my excuse was I have to go because my daughter, like, I only had a babysitter for like an hour, and it was to come smoke with you and then to leave. So on the way going to his house, to the guy I was dating, I called him in the car, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up, whatever, and I'm on the way, whatever. I got to the house. Within 10 minutes, I told on myself.
You spilled everything?
I spilled the beans. I can't lie.
Did he even ask you?
No. He didn't ask me shit.
You just volunteered it?
I did, because I felt bad. I'm not a liar. And then especially, like, because I liked him and I was with him. Like, I wanted to be honest. Like, karma is real. I believe in karma. I'm not gonna
why didn't you just tell him to begin with?
Because he would have got mad. I feel
Did he get mad?
No, he didn't.
He didn't get mad.
No, so I had told him. I was like, I have to tell you something. And he was like, what? And I was like, okay, so you know when you called me earlier, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I went to go smoke with somebody. And he was like, who? I was like, it was a guy. He was like, what'd you do? I was like, we literally just smoked. I was like, but he been in my DMs. I know him from a long time ago. I was like, but he's just been in my DMs asking to smoke. And I just went to go smoke with him. And he was like, okay, well, did you guys do anything? I was like, no, I fucking swear, like, we didn't do anything. And he was like, okay. And he started laughing at me. And I was like, why the fuck are you laughing? And he was like, because you just snitched on yourself. I'm like, because I feel bad. Like, I told you, I think I had told him I was on the phone with my dad or something.
Oh my God.
So I was like, I feel bad because I lied to you. You asked me a question and I intentionally lied. Like, I fucking felt bad, so I had to tell you. But this motherfucker was lying to me the whole entire time. Oh. But that's his karma he got to deal with.
That's why he didn't care.
That's why the motherfucker didn't care.
He was just checking where you were so you can have a little more time with this girl on the side.
Probably. I don't give a fuck. But I can't lie. Even like a little white lie. Like, I just can't lie. It literally eats me up inside.
You're probably the only Gemini that has that problem.
That's why I told you I'm the fucking best Gemini. Because I'm nice. I don't lie. Like, I'm honest. And it's just... I
get along with all Geminis. But then I like... After a while, I was like, all right, I need to chill out.
I need to chill out. Y'all are too much.
Y'all too much.
We are. Don't get me wrong. We are too much. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Nicole?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just mad for no reason.
No reason.
For no reason. But I feel like that's everybody. Like, some people just wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
That's true.
Or
you had a bad dream. A dream will fuck up a day.
Let me tell you, yes. I'll wake up like, I'm pissed. I'm pissed for no reason.
Have you ever had a dream that one of your dudes cheated on you?
Absolutely.
Let me just say, as a man who's been on the other side of those are the worst.
They're the worst. I used to have a lot of dreams like that.
And they're like so vivid, detailed.
Vivid, detailed, like I feel the hurt in my in the fucking dream. I feel the hurt. I wake up and I'm like feeling some type of way. Look over, like, you fucking cheating on me, motherfucker. The bitch got blue hair. She this, she that. She looked just like me. Honestly, a lot of the guys that I date, they have a type. A lot of the women
look like you.
Me,
curly hair,
just like me. Curly hair, thick. My skin complexion, Hispanic. All the time.
So no wonder.
I'm like, oh, no wonder. No
one
wonder
time my girl had
my face.
One time my girl had a dream that I cheated on her. And then it's a girl we know. And I was like, really? Like, that's the best I can do in your dreams? I was mad. I was like, her?
That's the best you can do?
Of all people, like,
that's what your brain came up with?
That's you think I could? That's all I could pull in your dreams?
It's weird.
I was really butthurt by that. I was like, wow.
Said I was mad. Like, damn, I couldn't pull a baddie.
Right? Like,
you had to give me her. It happens.
No wonder you're mad.
Those dreams are scary. Or like the dreams where you fall.
Oh, and you wake. You know what that is, right?
You're dying.
Yeah, your heart's like shocking you back to.
Pretty much. I saw a video that apparently it's when you die, but nobody really, like, your body doesn't know what happens after, so you just wake up.
Imagine.
That's scary. I have dreams of me falling from a building. Damn. For what? Why am I on this building and why am I falling? I don't know. I have a few dreams.
Life is rough in your dreams.
It is. Life is rough in real
life. I'm over it.
Life is rough in real life, and I feel like I could get some peace in my sleep, but then my dreams be fucking with me.
Your sleep's like, nah.
I can never get any peace.
Damn.
No, it's horrible. And then I co-sleep. My kid literally sleeps with me. Mind you, I have a king-size bed. My bed is
probably like right up on you.
My bed is huge, and she is either in my rib cage or she sleeps like diagonal. Her feet are on me. I'll turn around and her face is right there, and I'm like, bruh, move over.
Smelly breath right in your face.
Kid's breath, my daughter's breath in the morning fucking reeks. I make her brush her teeth, swear like immediately. First of all, go to the bathroom, go pee, and brush your teeth. I make her brush her teeth
at the
twice.
same time.
She does it for her. She does it by herself, and then I'll go ahead and do it again. But her breath, sometimes I even give her some gum. Is it like a kid
thing or something?
I think it's a kid thing.
Or it's like she still has baby teeth?
Yeah, she still has majority of her baby teeth. I think it's a kid thing, and then also it's the tongue. Because adults have bad breath too.
In the morning?
All the time.
Oh.
There's been some people that they have
That's
breath.
like a thing though. It's called halitosis.
Yes. Yeah. Scrub your fucking tongue.
You think that's what it is?
I think that's what it is. I honestly think that's what it is.
You know what the weird part is? Like when you're around that and you want to say something, but it's like, that's mean. Like you just gotta sit there and eat this funky ass breath.
Yes.
You're like,
Yes. I honestly.
It's punching you in the mouth. You're just like.
There was this one guy that I didn't. My nail's falling off.
Girl, that's that power shit.
Fucking up. Shut up. There's this one guy that I could not kiss him because he had bad breath. And he was handsome. He was a fat boy. He was
said
black.
That like I don't have funky breath.
You're like,
no, I'm saying you saying that like he was fat, so fat dudes got funky breath.
No, I'm just describing how he looks. Like he was cute. He had multiple jobs. He no kids, never been married. He just had bad breath, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't. What if
that's the reason? He's all traumatized.
But I never told him. I
never
told him. No, I didn't know how to tell him. I'm traumatized.
Is it like a booger? It's kind of like when people have because even then you're like, hey, go like this real quick.
I tell people if somebody has something in their mouth or in their nose, I'll let them finish talking, and then I'll tell them, by the way, or I'll interrupt them. I'd be like, sorry, not to interrupt you, but like you have something on your face or you have something in your teeth. The other day, my manager, she scratched herself apparently, I think like on her cheek or something, and she came to talk to me. I let her finish saying what she was saying, and before I answered her question, I was like, before I answer your question, I was like, did you scratch yourself? I was like, because I think you have blood on your face. And she was like, yeah, I actually did scratch myself. She's like, wow, I didn't realize that. She's like, great.
She would have gone the whole day. Nobody would have said shit.
Nobody would have told her. Nobody would have probably told her. Not at all. Because one time she had lipstick on her teeth too, and she came to my desk and I told her, and she was like, wow. She was like, I was just talking to a whole group of people and no one told me. I was like, I got you, girl. I got you.
But bad breath? That's okay,
so I'm traumatized because there was this one time I was in New York with my dad, and it was early in the morning, and me and my two sisters from my dad's side.
So you got other siblings?
I have other siblings from my dad's side. We were waiting for him downstairs. He was coming down from the house, whatever, and he went to go. I don't know if I got dropped off because he went to go say hi to me and give me a kiss. So I think I had got dropped off. I think I slept at my aunt's house or something. So he went to go acknowledge me and give me a kiss. When he leaned in to kiss me, I was like, Dad, your breath stinks. And he looked at me and he walked away. He walked to the car.
He was offended.
And me and my sisters looked at each other, and I was like, what? My little sister, which is one of them, which is the sister that grew up with him.
She probably knew already.
Yes. I was like, what did I do? She was like, you hurt his feelings. I was like, what the fuck did I do? She was like, you told him you had bad breath. I'm like, well, his breath does stink. She was like, yeah, but you could have told him in a different way.
What way?
And I was like, what? So then we went to the car, and I was like, Dad, are you mad at me? He was like, yeah. I was like, for what? And he was like, because you hurt my feelings. I was like, by telling you that your breath stinks? He was like, it was the way you said it. He was like, you could have gave me a kiss and then told me, hey, Dad, by the way.
Nobody ever expects that rude punch in the mouth of bad breath.
It was 7:00 in the morning, okay? And your breath was stinky. His breath smelled so bad. And I was thrown off because my dad's breath doesn't stink. Like, my dad's not a dirty man. Like, my dad gets pedicures, manicures. Like, his nails are, his feet
was this just a morning thing then?
I think it was just a morning thing. And I think he probably ate something. And his breath just stunk. But since then, I'm traumatized to tell people that their breath stinks. It's
really one of the rudest things.
I feel like it's rude, but even if I say it in a nice way, I still feel like that person will get offended. Yeah. But if my breath stinks or I have a booger in my nose or something, you need to fucking tell me. You better fucking tell me. I'm not going to get offended. I'm going to go brush my teeth. I'm going to go floss. I'm going to go do something. But I make sure I don't have that problem.
One time my mom was like leaning in to give me a kiss. It was early in the morning too, and I was like, Ma, you brush your teeth? She's like, why? My brother was like, no, mom, I'm just saying.
Un poquito, mami.
And I was like, damn, it's like such a touchy subject.
It is, yeah. But, I mean, at least I'm telling you. But I honestly think he
But to not date somebody because they're...
It wasn't just that. I think it's more so that I'm scared. I'm scared.
Of what?
I'm scared to date, to be in a serious relationship with somebody. Like,
just in general.
Just in general, the people
there
that I
is.
date.
We got it.
I probably don't choose the best of people, but also, it's like I said, 90% of the people that don't last with me, it's their fault. Because I'm not saying I'm perfect. Yes, I do.
Sounds like
no. But like I said, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't lie to people. People will sit in my face and lie to me.
Some people are liable. Like, some people just look like
they got liabilities. Like, they just lie much for what?
You know, some people are unlovable. Some people are just like, you just have to lie to them. They just look like somebody you lie to.
But why? But apparently, then I'm that person because y'all motherfuckers be lying to me for no reason. Like, for no reason.
It's always like dumb shit too.
It's always dumb shit. And it's like, you don't have to lie to me. Like, you could literally, we could be dating and you could tell me you want to get back with your ex-girlfriend. Okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do, if that's going to make you happy, then okay, thanks for telling me. Like,
no crazy in you? That sounded way too calm.
A little bit.
Well, I understand. You know, she's a great
little
girl.
bit. I'm not the type to like pull up and not that type of crazy. I'm more of just like, I guess it's more of just like arguing in my mouth and that type of crazy. But I've never slashed anybody's tires.
Boo.
I'm lying. But come to find out it was baby mama's car. I went one time to try to go smash.
No wonder she didn't want.
I know, right? I went one time to go, but this was me when I was a bitter baby mama. I was still in my feelings. But this was
even
very
though he clearly
early.
Told you.
Even though he clearly told me, this was me being bitter. I can admit when I'm wrong. I went to go. I figured out. Women are sneaky. I figured out where he lived he had posted something on Instagram of him walking his dog. And I saw
the surrounding landmarks.
Surrounding landmarks. I saw the street sign and I screenshotted it, Googled it, and I found where he fucking lived.
The area.
No, I found where he lived.
Wow.
I found out where he lived. Me and my friends did a drive-by. I knew what kind of car they drove. And me just being a bitter bitch, I tried breaking the windshield. I tried breaking the windshield. It didn't fucking work. But I tried breaking it.
It's not as easy as you think.
It's not. It's really not. And I think
you thought it was going to be a quick in and out job, huh?
I sure the fuck did. That shit was not easy. I think I did fuck up the side mirror, though. I think I did fuck it up. I didn't break it, but I like fucked it up a little bit. But yeah, I tried breaking the window. It didn't work. But then after, I felt like a dumbass. I was like...
For what?
What am I doing? Like, I'm like, bitch, take my ass home. Like, what am I doing? Take my ass home to my fucking child. But that's...
Your friend was like, okay.
No, that bitch was ready. That bitch is even more crazy. She's with the shits. She was with the shits. Because it was... Honestly, it was her idea.
I was about to say, sounds like it was her.
It was her idea. And I was like, nah, bitch, that's too out of pocket. Like, that's not really me. And she's like, no, fuck that. She hyped me up. And I was like, hey, let's go. And then after I did it, I was this is way out of my character. Like, this is not what I do. Like,
just in line with her.
I will walk away, not quietly. I will talk my shit and then I will walk away. But I don't put hands on people. You're not about to put hands on me. I will just run my mouth. I'll just get
that
loud.
Latina.
And that's pretty much it. But
you look like you yell at dudes.
I don't yell.
You do a lot of this.
I do.
With the nails in their face.
No.
And
honestly,
tell them,
I
hit
don't.
me.
Fuck no. Oh my God. I feel bad for the man that ever puts his hands on me because I'm going to see red and I'm not going to stop. I know if I will never hit a man first because
that's good.
I believe if you hit
but
a
I
man,
feel like you would push it to that. Like yelling at him.
But yelling at somebody doesn't mean you got to hit him.
After a while, when he tells you to like stop.
If you tell me to shut the fuck up, then I'll shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay.
But
you have an off switch.
Yes, I do. Sometimes. I do whisper a lot of shit under my breath.
As you walk away?
Yes, I do whisper a lot of shit under my breath.
Yo, I had this one girl on. I was like, nah, y'all don't love fat boys because as soon as y'all mad at us, you fucking fat ass.
I've never. I remember my ex. I remember I had said something. I posted a meme. And I always tell people, do not take what I post. The internet is a joke to me. Mm-hmm. It is a joke and I will never take it serious. I don't comment under shit that I don't like or I don't see. I don't comment on it. I just won't like it. I'm definitely not a person to comment under shit. But there was this one meme that I had posted and it was about fat boys. It was a nice meme. It would just happen to describe the person as a fat boy. And at the time, the man that I was with, he was a fat boy. And he had asked, like, what was that?
Was it like a shot at fat boy?
No.
A compliment?
It was honestly, it was more of a compliment. It was more of a compliment than anything. It had nothing to do with being mean about it.
Nothing negative about it.
Nothing negative. And he had texted me about it. And
he got his feelings?
He got in his feelings. And
hey,
he was like,
I'm working on it.
What was that about? And I was like, what do you mean, what was it about? And he was like, oh, I really didn't like that you posted this or that. And I was like, it has nothing to do with you. And he was like, well, are you calling me fat?
Oh my.
I looked at that message.
You should have, are you fat?
And yes. I was like, I would never call you fat. I was like, if that's how you're taking it, I was like, I can't control that. But I was like,
a cool little argument.
It was no shots towards your weight. Like, you've seen me at my biggest. Why would I make fun of you for being fat? I'm fucking fat too. Like, but with the PH. Don't get it twisted. With the PH. But no, he got so offended by it, and I was like, I would never call somebody fat. I used to get called fat all the time for just existing. I would get called a fat bitch for just
standing in line. Look at this fat bitch.
That part.
Like, damn.
That part. No, literally, it was I used to be a big bitch. I used to be a lot bigger, and I was very insecure about it. Like, I never used to wear
because of the arms
shirts because of my arms, because of my stretch marks. Like, all my shirts were always like this. I never used to show my arms. I never used to wear skirts, dresses. I always wore jeans. 9 times out of 10,
hoodies
like this,
or something.
It was hoodies or t-shirts. That's why I'm so comfortable in t-shirts and jeans and some sneakers. And
from past trauma.
I'm good, but let me dress up. And I clean up very nice. But no, yeah, I was very insecure about it, and a lot of people would make comments about it, like, you say the wrong thing, or if you laugh at another joke, why are you laughing, fat ass?
Damn.
So all I did was laugh.
Catching strays and
yes, and that's why I kind of sort of had to be a bitch. Because that was their only comeback, was that I'm fat.
Yeah, you're fat.
Okay,
yeah.
What else? What else you got?
Yeah.
Nothing else. Exactly. You can't come. I'm not ugly. If you want to think I'm ugly, that's fine. But I'm confident. I know I'm not ugly. So you want to call me ugly, you lying to yourself and everybody else around
fat,
you.
But not ugly. Oh,
fat but not ugly.
It's like that one thing, like, oh, but you're so pretty. I didn't say I was ugly.
Exactly.
I said I'm fat.
Exactly. I used to say that all the time, like, oh, but you're so pretty, bitch. I know I'm pretty. I'm just fat, and I don't like it.
I like pan.
That part. Oh my God. I just like eating. No, it's a lot. Yeah. If you're gonna come for my looks, I don't even have time to argue with you. Yeah. At this point,
it's not even original.
It's
like, oh, I'm fat. Duh.
Exactly.
I own a mirror.
Duh. I look at myself every day. I
like bread.
It's thanks. Like, thanks for telling me something I already know.
I remember what some skinny guy told me. I was like, you mad at me because I like to eat? That's weird.
I'm sorry my mom fed me and fucking your mom ate crack. Like, that's not my fault. Yeah.
So what happened? He got upset and dumped you or what?
No, he just got upset about it, and we talked about it, and I was like, no, I wasn't making fun of you.
Annoying,
and then
though. To have to like have an argument.
I think he was very insecure. He was definitely very insecure. That was my fault though, because I didn't give him that security. I gave him the reassurance.
Should have been like, look what you pulled, my dude.
That part. Like, look what you pulled. Mind you,
skinny dude's trying to get at this. You got this.
He wasn't a black guy. He wasn't my type at all. He wasn't tall. No, he was foreign. He was
foreign.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I met him straight out
European
of high school.
Or something?
He was from Lebanon. He was Lebanese.
Oh, okay, all right.
He was Lebanese. So he was like a little bit lighter than you.
But they like bigger out there is like better. Like that means they got more money and shit.
Oh yeah. He had money.
Where's insecurity coming from?
I don't know. It was my fault. It was my fault. I don't think I gave him enough reassurance. And the Nikki back then, I'm still fucked up in here, but the Nikki back then was toxic. Like I don't even know how to describe it. I just wasn't healed more than what I am now. So I'd shut down. I wouldn't talk to him. Like I'd start an argument for no reason. I'd wake up in a bad mood and I'd take it out on him.
The Latina in you.
The what?
Latina in you.
Yeah, but also I think it was more of just the damage in me. Like you hurt the people closest to you, pretty much. And he took all the bullshit I threw at him. All of it.
Did he eventually leave you?
He did. He gave me an ultimatum, right?
Salute to you, King.
He gave me an ultimatum. He was like, I want to be married. I want a kid. I want a wife. Like,
is he allowed to?
What?
I always feel like the Middle Easterns are not allowed to
date out of their race. Yes,
or marry.
Yes, some aren't, but his family was very like
Americanized.
Not Americanized. He's straight from there. His family was very like as long as they're good to you, they're nice to you, you love them, you could be with whoever you want. His mom used to think that Imani was his kid because apparently. No, because apparently, in his culture, the first daughter or son, you either name it after the mom or the dad. And his mom's name was Iman, and my daughter's name is Imani.
Is that why you chose it? Did you like her name?
I picked out Imani's name. I was in like middle school. One time I was with my dad in New York. We were at a pizzeria sitting down. And some really pretty girl was walking by us. And somebody yelled out the name Imani. And she turned around. And I was like, damn, that's a pretty name. And it's attached to this fucking pretty ass bitch. Like, and the name stuck with me. Mind you, I was in like middle school. And the name just stuck with me. And then when I found out I was pregnant, like the name just came back into my mind. And I was like, I'm going to name my kid Imani.
So his mom was convinced.
So his mom used to think that was his kid. Mind you, she'd be feeding us. We're sitting there at the table eating, and she'd be telling him, like, you sure that's not your daughter? But in her language. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, thanks, Mom. Like, thanks for the food. And
was it close enough?
What do you mean?
Like the timing?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no, because they knew about me for a while before I even had a kid. And
so
then
he knew you already.
Oh, yeah. He's known me since, like, 2011.
In his mom's eyes, maybe y'all had like a little thing.
Yeah, she swore that my daughter looked like him, and I'm like, just because like he's light skinned, my daughter's light skinned, like no, but it was the name. So she used to make a joke all the time, like, you sure this is not my grandchild? Like, you sure this is not your baby? Like, are you positive? Like, you know? And he was like, no, Mom. And mind you, they're talking in their language, and I'm just
in front of me,
and I have no idea. But when he told me, I was like, are you serious? I was like, your mom really thinks like you would have a baby and not fucking tell her, and then like we just be chilling and not tell her? I'm like, no. I was
some
like,
moms would think that,
right?
Though.
And I was like, why does she think that? And he told me it was like because of her name, because that's a I don't want to say Middle Eastern. That's not the proper
tradition.
Way. It's their that type of name is like from their country. Okay. You're just like Juan is a Hispanic name type of thing. You know. But I was like, no, I like the name. I heard it one time and it stuck with me. But that was a joke.
Nicole's not a very Hispanic name.
No?
Nicole?
No. I think so.
Like
my mom got it off of a novela that she liked. The main character was Nicole, and she liked it, yeah. And that's where the name came from. But no, he gave me an ultimatum, and he was like, either you
and you said no.
Get your shit together and be my wife and this and that and blah blah blah. And I told him no. I told him no. One, because I'm already hurting you as boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm gonna fuck up our marriage. I'm gonna fuck it up. And I want to take marriage seriously. And I just feel like I wasn't ready. I was like, I can't. Like, I can't. And I feel like you need to find somebody who is going to give you 1,000%, because I'm half-assing. I'm like, I love you. Don't get me wrong. I love you, but I can't give you what you need and what you deserve. not right now. And he was like, well,
I think most women would have been like, yeah, and then divorced. 10 years later or some shit.
I feel like, don't get me wrong, I thought about it, but then I was like, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to make him happy. I'm going to make him miserable because I'm not fucking happy. And then add my child to the mix. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do
and
it.
Then maybe more kids.
I wouldn't have got knocked up if I knew I wasn't. If I knew I wasn't happy and stuff like that, like I wouldn't have.
Not again.
No. So
having 2 baby daddies, that's a little wild.
That's a lot. I'm scared. I'm scared. I be telling my baby daddy sometimes, like, just give me another child. Like, I don't want to have another baby with somebody. I honestly don't. Unless
that's hubby.
That part. Unless there's a ring on my finger. If you don't want to marry me, I'm not giving you a kid. Because we can get divorced. We can get divorced and go our separate ways and never have to speak to each other again.
That can happen with a kid or not a kid.
Yes, but then I have to stare at this kid and know that you're connected to this dumb motherfucker that I don't talk to all the time. I would rather just be like...
Again.
I would just rather be like, yeah, I got married once and we don't talk to each other. I haven't seen him since we got divorced type of thing. But...
it does sound more cool than... shit happens. I dated a guy and we got knocked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Mind you, I had a whole baby out of fucking wedlock and this man didn't even want the baby and I still fucking had it. I don't give a fuck. Judge your mama, not me.
Toxic. And you're like, well, I'm going to have it.
I'm still have it. I don't care. I take care of everything. I don't ask him for anything. He's not on child support. You want to do what you want to do, you can. He can't.
Does the other baby mama have him on child support?
No, the other baby mama don't give a fuck about him. The other baby mama is a little bit more well off. So she don't give a fuck about him.
She just had a little.
She don't care. And she got a man too.
Oh,
she has a man, so she don't care. Her man, the daughter calls him dad.
Oh, okay.
Type of thing. Like she don't give a fuck, not at all. And I care a little bit, just because, like I said, I think it's just me. Like I want my daughter to have that relationship. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want you to know who your dad is, and I want you to have a relationship with him. Like I didn't have the best relationship with my dad. Like. We talk every day.
You told him his breath stink. What kind of a good daughter does that?
I was a child when I told him that. I was little. I didn't know better. But yeah, like obviously I want a 2-parent household, but I grew up in a 2-parent household and that shit was chaotic.
Yeah, it's just as toxic. I seen my parents.
I would rather
physically. Same. My mom.
No. I've seen the fights, the cop calling, the yelling, the screaming, the kicking him out type of shit. Like toxic. I would have rather my mom been by herself. Not by herself, but like.
But she likes that though.
Clearly she did. Bless her heart, because she graduated to heaven too. But
your mom graduated to heaven?
Yeah, she passed away in April.
This April?
Yeah, it's recently.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. It's okay.
That's tough.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It has been, but I'm doing okay.
How's your sister doing?
My little sister, she's taking it hard. She's 14. She's 14. So
that's like prime age to. Yes. That's when I lost my dad.
Yeah, I know.
14.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, it is, especially because she's a girl and.
It's a good thing she has 2 sisters.
Yes, and then we have our older brother, which is super fucking protective. This man is still protective with me, and I'm a grown-ass woman. Still protective, and I was telling her, I was like, it's never gonna end. Like, he's gonna be like this until the day he dies. He's gonna be like this.
Maybe because I'm younger than my sister, but I'm not, like, the overprotective.
Oh my God,
like,
my brother is so
I'll protect my sister, but, like, she got divorced, and she had, like, this little wild phase when she had a baby. But I was never like on her. My mom would be like, talk to her. I was like, she needs to get this out of her system.
Yeah.
Like, I have to let her live
her life.
I don't want to tell her anything because it might make it longer. I was like, she's just having her fun and she'll stop when she stops.
Yeah.
But I was never like, who are you with? Where you at?
My brother was. Oh my gosh.
Gotta live.
My brother, for one, I would have never dated any of the guys that I went to school with. They were not my type. So he had no problem with that. But my high school boyfriend, when he found out that he liked me, he was actually okay with me dating him because they were in a math class together.
They're nerdy?
Yeah, pretty much. They were in a math class together, and I guess he had helped him with his work, and he had ended up telling me like, hey, there's this kid in my class named Gabriel. His name was Gabriel. he's cute. He looks like he's your type. Like you should talk to him. I was like, are you really telling me to go talk to a boy right now? I'm like, okay, but little did he know, me and him were in Spanish class together. So I already knew of him. I already had a crush on him. Our wedding was already planned. Our baby names were picked out. So when my brother told me, like, you know, you can go talk to him.
Green light.
Green light. I had told him, like, hey, you know, we ain't got to, like, sneak around, try to hang out like in the middle of the hallway or like, you know, ducked off and stuff like that. I was like, my brother likes you. I was like, so.
Gabriel, was he black dude?
No, he was Mexican. He was Mexican, but he looked like he was Puerto Rican.
I don't know what that means.
When.
Look like a fuckboy?
No, so when he walked into the so I grew up in Poway, obviously. The Mexicans over there, it's all Mexican or white guys. I don't like white guys. White guys do not like me. And if they like me, they have to be like Southern. It's a kink and it's disgusting. Or they're like Southern. Like they like.
From the South, yeah.
You know, they like my kind.
Yeah. He looked like you fry up some good fish.
I don't know how to cook fish, actually. I do need to practice. But they would wear dickies and the Cortezes.
Like cholo type shit?
They were cholos. Like, that's not my type. I am not bringing you home to my mama. Like, you're my friend and that's it. He walked in to that Spanish class. He had Rocawear on from head to toe. I see what you're saying. He had Timbs on and he had like a fade. And I was like, this man is fucking Puerto Rican. Like, he just gave me Puerto Rican vibes.
Like East Coast vibes.
East Coast vibes. Yeah. Like, not even just that, just Puerto Rican vibes. Like, I've never seen anybody in my school dressed like this unless it was me or my brother. Nobody else in high school wore Timbs. Nobody else did. So I saw him. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I like him. Come to find out, he was full on fucking Mexican. His family was from Sinaloa. Did I say it right? Sinaloa? Mm-hmm. But he was cool.
Sound disappointed.
I know. He was cool though. I was kind of disappointed. I was like, dang, like, why you gotta be Mexican? Nothing against you guys. It's just not my preference. But he was not like.
Did he think you were black?
School. Oh yeah, he thought I was a black girl right off the bat. But the thing is that he liked me right off the bat. It was the curly hair, it was the big booty, it was my skin. He didn't like white girls. He told me that he didn't really like Mexican girls, but he didn't like the type of Mexican girls because he was from Bakersfield. Like he didn't like the type of Mexican girls up there.
Bakersfield. That's like inland ranch. It's like up farms.
Yeah, it's like up. Yeah, it's nothing over there either. It's literally farms too. Or he said Bakersfield, but it was like a little town like Poway. It was called like Delano. It was Delano. No, I never heard of it either, but he just used to say I'm from Bakersfield because no one knew what Delano was.
He probably liked you because you were nothing like what was out there.
Exactly, and I liked him because he was nothing like the guys out here. So we dated. I think we started dating like sophomore year. We made it to like a year after high school. And I always make a joke because he never broke up with me.
So y'all still together?
We're still together. So he's cheating on me right now because he married with like 5 kids.
The audacity.
The fucking audacity, okay?
You need to go slash her tires.
I really do though. But no, it just literally from like one day to like we were having problems, whatever, young love. But from one day to the next, like he just stopped talking to me.
Ghosted you?
He ghosted the fuck out of me. Fucking ghosted the fuck out of me. It broke my heart. And then my sister, I was at work one day, minding my own damn business, and my sister screenshots a tag from Facebook that he was tagged in of him and his wife at the hospital with their child. She tagged it to me and she sent it to me and she was like, Gabe just had a baby. I was bawling on my lunch break. It was night shift. I was bawling. I had like 4 more hours of work to go. And I was like, why the fuck did you send this to me? I was so depressed.
Because y'all technically still together.
Technically. Yeah. Like, the my kids.
There's no conclusion.
No
closure to the relationship.
Now, whatever. Because back then, I was younger. But I did used to think like, why? Even at freaking 18, 19, like, why couldn't you just tell me the truth? Like, if you didn't want to be with me anymore, if you didn't love me anymore, like, you could have just told me the truth. Like, you didn't have to stop talking to me.
That is weird, huh?
I think it's fucked. I think it's fucked up. I tell people, unless you're a weirdo.
You kind of need that. Like, what was it?
What was it? Like, from one day to, like, did my breath stink? Like, did you not like my freaking movie option choice? Like, what was it?
He's going to be like, you didn't know how to cook fish.
And you could tell me that. Tell me I don't know how to cook fish. I will go back to the drawing board and fix it for the next motherfucker. But don't just ghost somebody. I think it's fucked up. I've ghosted. Oh my God.
You've ghosted people?
I've ghosted people, but like I said, they were weirdos. They were weirdos. It wasn't somebody that like I built a relationship with and stuff like that. I think that's fucked up. But if it's just like some random person and you're just here texting, whatever, then okay, whatever, ghost people. But if we've met up and we talk and you know this, you know that, like we have like a nice little friendly relationship. The least you can do is just tell me like, look, I'm not interested. Yeah. And that's okay. I've had men tell me that they would not date me because I have a child. Yeah. And I remember the first time somebody told me that, I was like, really? I was like, I've never had anybody tell me that. And they were just like, yeah, it's just not my preference.
I did it once. I'll never do it again.
No? Why?
I'm not doing that again. That was not fun.
No? Well, what wasn't fun about it?
You'll like in a relationship, you don't have to be above or better than anybody, but you want to be an equal. Mm-hmm. In those relationships, you'll never come first.
No.
You'll never be a priority.
No.
Ever.
That's true.
You'll always be second.
Absolutely, because I'm
understandably so. Like you.
But I mean, but that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. But you know, sometimes you want to do something and you can't.
Yeah.
You know, especially if the kids are young. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't go to the movies because they're gonna scream. So it kind of like limits on what you can and can't do. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're like hitting the floor running. Like you didn't build up that parent. You know, like you didn't go through the baby phase and all that to like where you're at.
Yeah.
You like hit the ground running. Like boom, Blue's Clue on TV, bro. Mm-hmm. Oh, you thought you were watching football? No,
you're not. No. You're gonna watch football on your phone. Yeah. They're gonna get the big screen.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to go hang out with your boys? We're going to Disneyland tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So that's why. Like,
okay. Did you have like baby daddy drama or was
it was yes. That? Oh. The worst. Oh. Calling me 30 times a day.
Shut up.
To talk shit.
Yeah. See, I had that problem like once. It was for Imani's birthday. We went to Burlington Coat Factory and he was like, what do you want for her birthday? Mind you, this man would buy me and her anything and everything. I never paid for one thing in our relationship. This man wouldn't even let me buy him a soda from the store. The Lebanese guy, him. He did not let me pay for anything. He took very good care of me.
And still said no.
I know. I couldn't. It's not settling, but I feel like it would also be I was using him. Yeah. Just because he had money or because I would have been well taken care of. Like I can do that for myself.
Yeah.
But we had went to Burlington Coat Factory because he had asked me what does she want for her birthday. I was like, honestly, like school's about to start. Like, well, no, she was already in school. I was October, so like winter was about to start. So I was like, let's go get her some clothes for winter. Mind you, this is already 2 years that we were together, but we've known each other for a long time. So I'm over there like, oh, I got a pair of shoes and like 2 outfits. I'm like, okay, we're done. He's like, that's it? You don't want to get anything else? I'm like, no, like she's good with these 2 little outfits. He's like, well, I like this. What size is she? Okay, well, I like this. And he started putting stuff in the bucket. Then he started asking like, Imani, what do you like? She'd pick something. We'd find her size. He'd put it in the cart. He spent like almost like $200-$300 on her. And we're walking out of
Burlington. That's a lot.
Exactly. I mean, it's like a little higher brand from like Ross, but like their shit is cheap, but that stuff adds up. $8-9, that shit adds up. About $200. So we're walking out of Burlington and I took a boomerang of him opening the door and like her getting in the car and you could see the bags in her hand and him opening the door. And at the time, I think my baby daddy was creeping on my Instagram because we weren't following each other.
But somehow he saw that.
He saw my story. And he gonna text me talking about, you got another nigga over here buying my daughter shit, blah, blah, blah. And then you're posting about it. And I'm like, that's my boyfriend.
You said you didn't want a child, sir.
You have a girlfriend. And you don't see me getting mad when she comes back with her hair done, with a new outfit, with new lip gloss, a new hair clip. You don't see me getting mad. You don't see me saying anything. That bitch better be doing my daughter's hair. She better be buying her some clothes. She better be feeding her. Like, this is what happens when you date a man with a kid. You need to pull the weight somehow. And if that's between them. Like, I remember one time I had asked, I'm like, who gives you showers at your daddy's house? And she had told me his girlfriend does. So I was like, oh, okay. And I wanted to say something because it's like, first of all, fool, that's your job. Yeah. Like, I don't care if that's
rando touching my daughter.
Exactly. I don't care. It's because she's a girl. Oh, you don't want to take her a shower. That's your fucking daughter. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, she has a daughter. She doesn't seem like a bad person. And my daughter would tell me because I've trained her, like, adults don't ask kids to keep secrets. Adults aren't supposed to touch you, like, I've given her the whole 9. And I've asked her, is she nice to you? Does she feed you? Does she yell at you? And she'll tell me, like, no, she's nice. She plays with me. She takes me a shower. She feeds me. She puts me to sleep. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
It's not the baby's fault.
It's not the baby's fault. But he got mad at me for that. And I'm like, bro, you have a whole ass female that you live with. You live with her. Yeah. That's your girlfriend. The male ego. Like, what are you mad about? And he was like, because you over here posting about it. Like, you don't post your bitch? Like... I'm so confused. Like, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad about this? I'm like, it's her birthday, and if he
Did he
wasn't,
get her anything?
No, he didn't. And if the person I was with wasn't doing something, then be mad. Yeah. But you're mad because he's doing something. Like, you're just mad because you're not doing it. Yeah, that's really all you're mad about.
It's the ego.
It's the ego. It's the ego. But I remember one time she came home with some cute ass clips. I was like, she ain't getting these back. I kept the hair clips. Give me those. Yeah, I'm gonna keep those.
Those staying at mama's house.
Those are staying at mama's house. Exactly.
But yeah, the dating's it's not for the weak.
It's not for the weak, and I'm fucking weak because these men are mean. They're liars. Yeah. And like, for what reason? For what?
I hate when people lie to you, and it's like, I'm not even dating you. Why are you lying to me?
Why are you lying to me? Like, why are you scared to tell the truth? What? I'm not gonna hit you. I mean, maybe your ex did, but I won't. Like, I'm just gonna talk shit, and my feelings will be hurt. Honestly, I'd rather somebody tell me the truth, even if it hurts, because I've had people tell me the truth, and it hurts my fucking soul.
And that's when you know it's the truth.
That part, hurts. When it hurts. Yeah. But I respect them a lot more. They'll be like, no, you can't handle the truth, blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, try me.
And they're like, I told you.
And they've told me, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, my feelings are hurt, but like, I'm glad you told me, because now if you didn't tell me, I'm over here sitting like, well, what did I do? Did I say something? Like, is it me? Like, no, it's not me. It's you, stupid. So just tell me the truth. I'd rather be told the truth. I can handle the truth. Not a lot of people can. Not a lot of women can. But I feel like I can handle the truth. I'd rather you tell me the truth than lie to me.
Yeah. It's just the best policy.
It's absolutely. Mm-hmm. We learned this in freaking elementary
school. There's guys out there who like dating baby mamas. It's not like they go out of their way to find them, but they're like cool with the idea of like, she got a kid. Yeah. I mean, after a certain age, like, what you gonna get?
Exactly. Majority of the men that do approach me don't have kids. But there is a few men that have approached me that do have kids, and I know it sounds. You
say no?
I don't want to date a man with kids. I know I have a child, but the reason why I don't want to date a man with kids is because of the baby mama drama.
What if she's like you?
If she's like me, cool, but
you have to get there first.
And we don't.
You ain't doing that, huh?
No, I'm good. I don't
need
the
hypocrisy.
I don't need no bitch slashing my tires. I don't need nobody calling my phone. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. So I'd rather deal with a man.
You better not be touching my baby.
Some bullshit. Like, girl, be quiet. Your baby over here, fine. Okay? Mm-hmm. Kids around me, even if you're not my kid, if there's a kid around me, I'm gonna watch them. If they're thirsty, I'm gonna get them some water. Like, where your mama at? Oh, she outside? Let me get you some water then. Yeah. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. And I think...
So it's like a hard no? Like a deal breaker? Like, you have a kid? I mean, we can chill, but... It
kind of... Yeah. Yes and no. But that's what I'm saying. Not a lot of men with kids hit on me. So I don't ever have to...
I was going to say, would the age of the child matter? Like, if he's like a 17-year-old, you'd be like, whatever. Like, that kid...
I mean, yeah. If
it's like a baby...
If it's a grown-ass kid, then yeah, whatever. Because
if it's like a 1-year-old, you're going to be like...
Okay, if it's a 1-year-old, don't even talk to me because...
Baby mama still thinks there's hope.
That part. But, that is not for everybody. Because a lot of people used to say that to me, too. Like, oh, you have a 3-year-old. Like, you're still waiting for your family. I'm like, ain't no motherfucking family.
Not 3.
We're done. We're done. Nah. It's over. Like, I'm a single mommy. You have nothing to worry about. There's no baby daddy in the picture. You have no problem. We're good on this side. But no, I don't think I would. There's this one guy from a long time ago. when we met, he didn't have any kids. He came back into the picture
with kids.
We're just friends. But he came back into the picture, and this motherfucker got 3 kids.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I said when
he said, told me. I see you. Oh, you got 1? I'll up it.
3. And he said he got 3 kids. I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, all your shot just went out the window.
But if you think about it.
No, these are little motherfuckers. They're like 3, 2, and 1.
Nicole,
no.
If you think about it, that's the person who's going to understand the most. Like, I can't go because I completely understand because I have kids.
No, I'm not going to lie. Some of the stuff that he has, I'm not even telling him about this podcast because I'm talking shit about him. There was this one time that he had mentioned something. I think it was for Halloween. I had asked him, like, what are your kids going to be for Halloween? And he was like, I don't know. I'm like, how the fuck do you not know what your kids are going to be for Halloween? And he was like, well, my baby mama does that. I'm like, okay, but he's an active father. He on child support, which sucks because
Are you active if you're on child support?
I do know a guy that is very active with his kids. He gets them every other weekend. He pays child support. He pays half of the daycare. He has clothes in his house for his kids. Like, he does the damn thing, but he's on child support. Yeah. And I'm like, why? Like, why can't you and the baby mama just come to an agreement? He's like, that's what I said. He was like, it doesn't make sense because I pay for all the other stuff too. Plus you want to have me on child support. He's like, it's fine because I make enough money to do it. And I don't mind doing it because these are my kids. But
look at that. Good dad.
Exactly. He's a good dad. And then I also have a friend that is an amazing father, but he sees his daughter probably 10 times out of the month because he's on child support. He pays like $800 every 2 weeks for child support when he can simply just give the mom money, but she doesn't want that. She wants to be bitter and go through the courts, which sucks.
That's why you gotta be careful who you have babies with. You gotta be careful who you have babies with.
Yes, you have to be careful who you have babies with. I honestly wouldn't change who I had a child with. It sounds well, that's
wrong. Because you're looking at it in hindsight because you know your daughter.
Yeah, because I know my daughter and
you love her.
I love her, and yes, my life is very fucking hard being a single mom. But like I said, I chose this. I knew what I was getting.
So there's no room for you to complain.
No, I can complain all I want.
Ain't nobody gonna listen, Nicole.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Here I am.
Well, no, I can complain. Even I have friends who have husbands and men in the picture, and they do everything too.
Like the mom?
The women do everything too, but just because they're the dad and they provide and this and that, they don't have to do anything.
You know whose fault that is?
The woman's.
The woman's.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm sorry, but it's bath time.
Like I said, men will get away with whatever we're allowed to get away
Exactly. With. And that's our fault, though. Yeah. We allow that. Which it sucks. And I'm at fault, too, because I allow too much when I should fucking dip the first red flag, but I give people the benefit
I want to collect them.
I'm trying to fucking collect them like Pokemon.
Like Pokemon. How many red flags can I get from this one guy?
It's not my fault. I have glasses, so I don't.
This is why it takes a while for you to see the bullshit. It takes a while
for me to notice them.
Your friends are like, "Girl, those are red." You're like, "But are they? That looks fuchsia."
Orange to me, maybe burgundy. I don't know. Let me clean my glasses real quick. It's horrible. I can't see for shit.
I was gonna ask, like, are they for real, or
they're just for real? Like, I take my glasses off, I probably wouldn't even be able to see the writing.
Wow.
I wouldn't even see the Canada Dry. Is your face actually? I know it says SD, but like I can't read the words on your shirt. The SD's blurry. Your face is blurry. The Canada Dry is blurry. I'm blind.
Blind.
I'm blind as hell.
Is your daughter blind?
No, but she did do a vision test one time, and she did need glasses. But then COVID happened, so I was never able to go get her glasses.
So she's just walking around here.
She says she could see. Like when we're laying down watching TV, like she doesn't ever say.
Oh, maybe it's like
nearsighted
or farsighted.
Yeah, I think for her, I think she can't see. I think she would need the glasses like for up close. Which is nearsighted? Which is nearsighted? Yeah, I'm farsighted. I can't see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Girl.
Excuse me.
This is why you're single.
That is
not ladylike.
He said this is why you're single. Shit. Because I burp. Damn. That's fucked up. That hurt my heart. Now I'm over here like, I gotta stop burping.
You all butthurt like your dad.
I'm butthurt.
That's because I burp.
It's because I burp. It's okay. I don't give a fuck. I've come to the conclusion I'm okay.
Being single?
That's
the best.
I mean,
to accept.
I haven't fully accepted it because I'm still young. But I honestly feel like my husband is not in California. My husband's not in California. I need to get the fuck out of California.
And go where?
I want to go to either Texas, North Carolina.
South?
I need a country boy.
You think you want that until you're doing country shit.
No, see, I'm not doing no country shit.
You don't want a country boy.
You ain't putting me on no farm doing this. Nope.
Country boys want country women.
Not all of them.
They don't want no city slicker.
I'm not a city girl.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I live in the suburbs, baby. Don't get it twisted. I grew up in the suburbs.
A house with a driveway. Yeah,
I want a house with a driveway and a little picket fence. I want a red door. I don't know what it is about
Those
a red
are nice,
door.
Huh?
I want a
just
red.
Draws your attention to it.
It does.
Like,
either a red door or a yellow one.
A yellow one.
I know yellow's random, but I really like the color yellow. But
maybe your husband's Asian.
Definitely not. And nothing against them. I don't like. You
don't like white guys either, huh?
No, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. I'm sorry. I'm scared of white men. I'm scared to be in a room with them. You don't know what they're thinking. I'm scared of men in general.
They probably
white
like
men,
you though.
They probably do.
Like
no,
a kink,
so
though.
This part. So back in the day when I used to do the dating sites, there was this one white guy, and the only reason why I thought he was cute was because he was a bigger boy. He was from the South, so he kind of had like a little bit of swag to him, and he was a barber. Like he just wasn't the typical white boy. And he said one too many times that he can't wait to have mixed kids. That it's always been...
That's a kink, though.
And he didn't use the word dream. He said it's always been his fantasy to have mixed kids. And he always, and it wasn't like complimenting me, like, oh, you're so beautiful, serenading me, like whatever. He would always tell me how he's so glad that he's talking to me. He's so glad that I'm a black girl, or I'm Hispanic. Like, you guys are my favorite. Like, what he would say was just creepy. And I was like, I'm never going to meet up with you, bro. I'm never going to meet up with you. It was just weird. It became to the point where, like, now this is the fetish. Like, now I feel like this is the fetish, and you're probably going to lock me up in your basement and get away with it because you're white. I'm sorry.
Just popping out his babies tied up.
Seriously. No, seriously. It became weird, and him I ghosted. I did ghost him.
That's
because
okay, though.
I felt like
He's creepy.
He was creepy. I felt like he didn't need an explanation.
Because you like, or because black dudes like you, and you've dated black dudes?
I think it's just because we have.
No, I was gonna ask. Do you get hate from black girls?
I
had a friend. She was on the podcast, and she went to Houston, and she said they were mean to her because she wasn't even with him like that. That was her friend, but he took her to
I think I saw that one.
He went to a bar and like they were being mean to her. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. You don't get that? Because you pass as black though.
I've never noticed.
Oh.
I've never noticed, honestly. But also I think because it's a black man with a black girl, like, it's okay. I feel like if I was an Asian woman or a white girl or a Mexican girl, then I feel like I would get the looks. But I don't.
That's what I'm saying. You pass as
I don't think I've ever.
They're like, she probably mixed with something.
Yeah. But when I lived in Florida, during my 7th grade year, I lived in Florida. All the black girls were mean to me. All the black girls, all the Cuban girls, all the Haitian girls, because they were darker and I was light skinned. And they used to make fun of me. I'm like, bro, I'm getting made fun of in California for being too dark, and now I'm getting made fun of over here for being light skinned. That was the first time I ever heard the word light skin, was when I lived in Florida. I was like, what the fuck is a light skin?
Yeah, who?
There was this, I think he was Cuban. His name was Julio Gonzalez. I was obsessed with him. He was some Cuban guy. And I think we had a class together, and he liked me, and he was not shy about it. So I was like, okay, like, you like me, I like you too. And a lot of the light-skinned girls, the pretty Cuban, skinny girls, whatever, used to give him shit for liking me. Why do you like her? Like, she's black, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, I'm Dominican. Like, you're still black. Like, they would pick on me, but they were all of lighter complexion. But then I would get hate on from the darker girls. And I'm like, bruh.
Nobody wanted you.
No, but I can't win. I was like, I can't win. And I remember I had asked him, I was like, somebody called me a light skin. I was like, what the fuck is that? And he told me, he was like, it's just, you're lighter than,
the dark girls.
Than the darker girls. Like, so it's called light skin. I was like, oh. I'm like, okay.
Mulatto.
Yeah.
Mulatto.
Well, isn't mulatto when you're like black and white? Or
like
is that
light
just
skin.
mixed? Light skin?
Yeah, light
okay.
Skin, yeah.
Okay.
They'll say,
I'm Oreo.
mulatto.
I had a little crush in like elementary school that he lived on the corner.
He was very active with boys young.
No.
You had crushes.
You didn't have no crushes on no girls in elementary school?
Not that I can't remember.
Well, that's your fault. You got bad memory.
You know what I did? I used to kiss a girl.
See, you was kissing girls. I just had little crushes on them. Cochino. No, there was this cute little black boy, Devin, and he used to live on the corner of the street, and then we used to live like in the middle. And he would always come to the house. Can Nikki come outside and play? And my sister called him an Oreo, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's fucked up.
I'm like, "What's an Oreo?" And she was like, "Oh, because he's half black and white."
Oh, I thought it was like, because like when they're black, but like Carlton, very like grew up white.
No.
White on the inside, but black on the outside.
No, I mean maybe, but the way
like coconut, like you're brown on the outside.
The way that she used it was
Damn,
because
we be fucking mean as fuck to our own people.
I know, right? We do.
Dude, in Mexico, my aunt has 4 kids, and they're all super light skinned, like güerillos. And one of them, he's not as dark as me. He's pretty light. Like compared to me, I'm like, bro, you're light. And they treat him like and they're all like, oh, porque es negro. I'm like, he's so light skinned. What would y'all say about me?
That part. No, my mom.
The colorism is for real in our culture.
Hispanics are very fucking racist.
Yeah.
And to their own people.
Yeah.
My mom's mom, when she found out that she was dating my dad, a Dominican, mind you,
dark.
No, my dad's not even dark.
Oh.
My dad's like your skin complexion. She told her, don't bring me no nietos. Is that the way you say it? Grandkids? Yeah. I can't even say it.
Nietos.
Prieto. She said,
Prietos.
She said, don't bring me no dark black grandkids.
Yeah.
She told my mom that when she found out that she was dating my dad. I was like, what a bitch. And I always felt like she didn't like me anyways.
Because
I was a little darker, but the same with her too. She got robbed by some black men.
Oh.
Back in the day. Like, bitch, you live in the projects. Of course you're about to get robbed. Like, and how do you know they weren't Dominican just because they were dark skinned, or Puerto Rican? Like, Puerto Ricans
when they're like, hey, give me your money.
I have no idea. But she literally told my mom, don't bring me any black grandchildren.
But yeah, you were saying the other day what? Like the worst to happen to, because you have like ADHD or something.
I really do. I diagnosed myself with that too. I swear to God, I have.
And what was the other? Anemia?
Anemic. But I got tested for it, and they told me no. I'm like, I am. The other day it was 80 degrees. I had my sweater on all day.
Fuck.
I know. I was cold. I was cold. It's ridiculous.
I needed to be cold.
No, I'm not ready.
The internal heater I carry keeps me warm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you know I run cold. My daughter runs hot. She hates being covered. She will uncover herself if I cover her with the blanket in the middle of her sleep. She doesn't like it. And sometimes I got to scoot her away because I'm like, girl, you're hot. Like, scoot over. You sweating on me. We cuddle for like 5 minutes. She gets mad when I don't want to cuddle with her. I'm like, but you cuddle for 5 minutes and you're like, I'm hot, mom.
That's me.
Like, get off me. I'm like,
in the summer,
if
she tries it, I'll kick you. Don't you dare touch me.
I wear socks literally all year round.
Facts me.
All year round. Like I think it was yesterday. I had got home and I was like, I'm fucking hot. I was like, I need to take my socks off. And it's rare when I'm like, okay, turn the AC on. It's rare. I had the heat on last night.
Oh, because you live in Poway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's hot.
Oh no, it gets hot over there, but it also gets really cold.
When it's cold.
In the morning, it's like 30.
You guys don't have like a medium.
No.
It's like either fucking freezing or it's like hot as fucking balls.
That part.
I was in Poway the other day and I was like, it's fucking November. Like Yahweh.
That part.
Like, stop.
Exactly.
It's annoying.
The summer needs to stop because all last week we got summer weather.
Yeah.
We got summer weather for sure.
I'll be in Escondido.
I freaking wore a sundress last week. I was like, let me just wear another sundress because it's too hot to wear jeans.
Out in the wild.
I wear a sundress and chanclas. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm ready to.
Why do you wear socks a lot?
I get
Are you
cold.
insecure about your feet? Oh, okay.
No, I got cute toes. Shh, don't play with me. My feet are cute. You want feet pics? Let me know.
$5.99 a dozen.
No, a little bit more than that.
Jesus,
my toes
inflation.
are fucking cute. Inflation, exactly.
You keep them done
all the time. Yes,
not like your nails. I hope.
I always have my nails and my toes, but if I don't have my nails done, my toes are always done.
Oh.
My toes are always done. We gonna have to wait until next week though to do these because. Money tight, baby. Money tight.
Life is lifey.
But my toes are always done.
Holidays are coming up.
I have random men and men that I know too that will literally, you know, the whole trick, like, when you post a picture and the person sends it to the DMs and they're like, "Oh, you look good." Or,
oh yeah, because they don't want to get caught. Yeah.
Yes, I have plenty. I have plenty of men that do that, and I just leave you on scene. Like. I just leave you on scene. If you say it in the comments with your chest, and if you don't want to say it, like the picture and keep it moving.
Well, they don't want their wives to see that shit.
Well, then if you have a wife or a girlfriend, don't fucking tell me anything then. Like, you know, if you gotta hide it, you're not supposed to be saying this to me. You're not supposed to be saying this to me if you gotta hide it. But I have random people telling me that I got cute feet on Instagram. I'm like, bro, I don't know you. I know this one friend that I met him in New York. I met him through my cousin, and he will literally tell me all the time that my feet are cute. All the time. He will leave the comment. He bold too, and it's okay. I like the boldness. He will leave the comment like, "I see your toes," or "It's the toes for me." Like, I'm like, bruh. And I told him too, like, you want feet pictures? Let me know. I'm not playing with you. Let me know. You got to pay for them though. I'll send you some feet pictures, bro. And he thought I was kidding. But I'm like, unless you're not willing to pay for them, I'm not sending you shit. But I'll send you some feet pictures. And not even a few months ago, I went to go pick up my daughter from school. This black man was walking outside. The first thing he did was look at my feet. He looked at my feet and then he looked at me and he smiled. I was like, I got cute feet. In my head, I'm like, I know I got cute feet. I was like, I know, thank you. And I had just got a pedicure too, like 2 days before. But I'm like, this man.
Do you ever post? I don't think I've seen it.
Looked at my feet.
Do you ever post like when you're getting the petties?
I used to.
I was gonna say that's when most of the likes come.
Yes, I used to, but then that's when they would come out of the woodworks, like, "Ooh, your toes," or da da da. And I'm like, nah, I'm not posting my feet anymore. y'all need to pay for this. It's hard out here.
I have a friend who's into feet, and I have another friend that he likes her feet. And every time she posts the pedicure shit, I'm like, oh, so-and-so has entered the chat. She's like, he better not.
He better not. I mean, to each their own. I'm not really a foot person. Like, I don't think I've ever been with somebody that
you're
has
a girl.
Like, no, I'm saying like.
I think men have ugly feet.
Men have fucking ugly feet.
Men should never expose their feet.
Oh, bleh. Men's feet, seeing men's feet is the equivalent of seeing their ass crack when they come out of the car. I am so turned
That's your
off.
ick?
It's one of them. I won't stop talking to you because your booty fucking crack showed, but like, bro, pull your fucking underwear up. Like, why is your ass crack out? But I just feel like men's feet are disgusting and it should not be that way. Go get a pedicure. Go get a pedicure.
You ever see like,
it's $30.
They be bold, bro, like, because it bothers me. Like, they don't even have, like, nail anymore, like...
Fungus, nail
beat up, and they're in flip-flops.
Nail all long and shit. Like, oh, my God,
in
I hate
flip-flops.
Like, even
even
my male friends, when I see their feet, even though I'm not attracted to them, I'm like, you got some ugly feet, my nigga. Like, go put some socks on. Your feet are ugly. And I'm so sorry, but go put some socks on. I hate seeing men's feet. I hate it.
I'm 100. I'm like, why, bro? Put some slides on. Why are you wearing rainbows? Like, put on some slides, man. Stop. We don't want to see that.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't think I've ever been with somebody that like has a foot fetish though. I don't think I ever have. Like I said, they make comments. They make comments about my feet, but I don't think I've ever been with somebody that's like, let me suck your toes. No. I've had somebody suck my toes before because I wanted to try it and I was like, this is not for me. Like,
no?
No, I haven't done it in a long time. When the first time I did it, I was like, yeah, this is not for me. Give me my fucking foot back.
No,
like, this is
maybe
not
because
for
you didn't
me.
like them enough.
No, I did. It was somebody that I did like fuck with heavy.
Oh, okay.
But I just I didn't like it.
It's not for everybody.
I was like, my feet are clean, but like, my feet
I walk all day.
Yeah, I walk all day. They're sweaty. Like, they're clean, don't get me wrong, but like,
little sock dust in between the toes.
Like, I'd step on the dirty floor with this type of thing. Like, why do you want these in your mouth? Like, now I'm like, come here. Come here. Pay me, though. Stuck on these little fat toes.
That's hilarious. Well, Nicole, I ain't gonna keep you too long. It's been like 2 hours.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You covered our bases?
Mm-hmm.
You asked me
I had a
questions?
dope-ass conversation with you. That was fun.
Cool. Okay, cool. Good.
You know, when you told me, you're like, what about me? And I was like, oh, damn. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I want to be on your show. I'm trying to be on YouTube. Mama, I made it. I was telling, before I got over here, I was speaking to my guy friend. I have a best friend that's a guy. And I was telling him, I was like, so there's this guy. I was like, I've never met him before. I was like, I know him from Instagram. I was like, but he low-key kind of reminds me of you. Like, he's Mexican. Your guys' demeanor, like the way like you handle funny jokes and stuff like that, and obviously like seeing like your other videos, I'm like, bro, like he literally reminds me of you. Like, I'm like, I want to go on his podcast. I was like, I want to be his friend. So I was telling him right now when I was in the car eating my In-N-Out, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm going to go be on my friend's podcast, the guy that I was telling you about. And he's like, you didn't tell me that. I was like, yeah, I did. I was like, I told you that there's this one guy that kind of like reminds me of you. And his comment was, nobody's like me. I'm one of you. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, twin, don't be like that.
Right. I'm like, be quiet. But I had told him, I was like, I'm going to be on his podcast. And he looked you up on YouTube. And he was like, okay. He was like, I'm going to listen to it. And I was like, I'll let you know when my episode is out. He's like, you have to talk about me. I was like, I am going to talk about you.
All the way at the end.
All the way at the end.
I cut it out.
I was going to say, I was like, I didn't even talk about him.
Nah, I appreciate you coming through.
Thanks.
It was
for having me.
Pleasure to finally meet in person.
Know, right?
We got what is it? When you get out of the chat, the group chat to go do something.
What do you mean?
Never seen that? Like friends where they're like, hey, let's go on a trip, and they never go. But you finally made it out the group.
I finally made it out the group chat. Yes. We made it.
You want shoot your Instagram so they can follow you?
No, don't follow me at all.
I'm
just kidding.
I'll still tag her.
I know, right? You're going to tag me anyways. It's Panda Love, LOVE, the number 2.
Panda Love number.
But don't follow me.
Don't follow.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
Don't DM her because she's not going to answer. But if you use promo code Barbershop Confidential, you can send her a dick pic.
Don't. If you send me an unsolicited dick pic, I will find your mother, your sister, your cousins, and I will resend it to them.
Fellas, we don't believe her.
Play with me if you want to. You want to see the psycho side? I will do that.
Yeah.
I tried doing that one time. Some random ass guy sent me a dick pic on Facebook. On Facebook of all places.
Facebook.
On fucking
That's
Facebook.
A family platform.
That part. And first thing I did was went on his profile.
Because it tells you like relatives.
And that part. I looked in the relatives. And luckily he didn't have any, but I was like going through his friend list. And I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to find like a mom or a cousin. Like, actually it was all bitches. So I was like, he probably doesn't even have any family on here because it was all females. But I was going to screenshot it and send it.
Was it impressive at least?
No.
Damn.
It wasn't.
The audacity.
No, it wasn't. But even if it was, I didn't even ask men that I deal with to send me a dick
That's
pic.
kind of weird.
Like,
that's like immature shit.
It is.
That's like when you see like an adult with a hickey. Like, we're not in high school no more.
We're not in high school, right?
Let's knock that
like,
off.
Knock it off. Like,
nobody's gonna take you away from your partner.
Put it right here. Like, you don't need it on your neck.
You know.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with JONA, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we ain't friend. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing.